Melkor, session 63, Fool's Landing. I'm Jamie. We're going to have everyone introduce their character and tell us what level you are. And I've got Adam with us. Hello, Adam.
Hey, Adam, playing Bartholomew, a 6th level human priest of Lyra.
Perfect. And we have Wayne.
Hello, I'm Wayne. I am playing Saharn, an aquatic elf, 6th level priest of Valkur, which, by the way, just recently realized doesn't actually exist after the time of trouble, so our game is old school.
True. We are in a different time and place in the Forgotten Realms here, but good to have you. Lastly, I have Brandon.
Hello, I am Brandon. I am playing Nod, a Shadow Thief Minotaur. He is level 7.
All right. So yeah, we're riding tonight again with double clerics and a Minotaur, and we pick up in the Tower of Melkor, session 63, with the party, and we could jump into a recap here. We've gone through most of the recap, but I will pull up the map, and I think we can relate this recap now to the actual player tokens and fill in any blanks that we might have.
So we went down, we started dealing with the Duergar. I think Bart had a held person or sleep spell or something to stun the first one.
Yeah, because you and Schauser just decided to charge in and engage.
We wanted to do it with the
That's
element of surprise. That
right.
was the plan. We were doing it before they started yelling for help to the other ones if there was help. We wanted to
Yep.
maintain the surprise. But as we started combat, we killed off the first few. I think some ran away invisible, but we still managed to take them down before they managed to get away. There was also, in the midst of that, there was a Sahuagin who ended up coming. And so we had to start dealing with them as well. And I think we even managed to do that as well. I think we took down the captain, we wounded most of them, and one started running away. I remember chasing him down and finishing him off with darts before he completely made it away. One thing I do remember as well is Tornuk. Oh man, he had a rough time. He lost his weapon and he started having to use a dagger, which just got deflected away, and then he had to just start using his horns.
Yep, that's true. And then Schauser also lost his shield. I mean, that got
Oh,
crushed.
sure. Yep.
Yeah.
And your weapon broke, and yeah, he lost the
Mhm.
shield.
Good thing
That's
you
going to
have some
affect
kind
us.
of weaponsmith or armor smith with you.
You know what? I could give you the longsword I
You'll
carry.
need to find a forge and get a little time to,
Yes.
but you'll have plenty to do when you do. But yeah, no, I think that is a good and a fair recap. I need to pull up the map, which will help also fill in the blanks. But let me just kick it off and say we're back. You were originally on this level, and you descended, I believe, from this level.
Yes.
That's
Yep.
essentially what happened. As you mentioned earlier, this is where the planning and thought was going on, and then you left this area, went down. You saw the Sahuagin ship prior to that, so you knew they were coming. But then when you heard some stone grinding, you were heading down the stairs. You went towards, I think, the drow end of the main level, I'll call it. And this is where we left off. So the scene that you're currently in is the trade room where the Underdark would meet with the aquatic arm of Melkor's alliances and do trade. And you intercepted this. This is where you had found in the adjacent rooms the Duergar dwarves. You had sealed the entrance that went to the Underdark under Loth's altar off. Bart had done that. So this sort of hopefully
Right.
jogs everyone's memory.
Yeah, the room they sealed would be like directly east, left on
Yep.
our maps.
Yeah.
Yep. This is where we hit the Sahuagin and lost our weapons. I will offer not the longsword that I carry and revert back to my shield and mace. That way you have a weapon.
Tornuk, yeah. Tornuk
Yeah,
would.
Tornik. Yeah, sorry. I just
Yeah, no,
look at this.
Tornuk would. eye it weirdly. He's not quite used to that. He's specialized in battle axes, but it's better than nothing.
It gives him a constitution bonus, if that helps.
Speaking of constitution, as you're maybe giving him that sword, you probably see he is not doing too well.
Yeah, he's pretty beat up. He took some shots. Shazer took a few as well, but Tornik really took a few extra, I think. And
Yeah, but us clerics are still out of healing spells.
I
so
think I got some level 2s left. I'm just trying to make sure I marked down
I think
Yeah,
the interesting
what I
thing about the
cast last session.
Sahuagin
Yeah.
is that, sorry to interrupt, he was unscathed. He was put into a hold before anyone got engaged with it. So he's laying there sleeping like a baby, or was until the end of the session. He's actually, I guess you guys have to decide how you want to address that and what your plans are with your hostage as well.
he's our enemy, isn't he? Or,
I
are we?
mean, Nod personally would already have his sword drawn, holding it towards him, looking at the other two.
It's a necessity of it's a rough life, man. I'm down.
Nod doesn't have any plans to torture or get any information. It's not the worst idea to like maybe question him, but I don't speak sea monkey. No offense, Sahar. Sea devil, sea
Sea
devil.
Devil, Sea
Excuse
Devil.
me.
Okay, there it is. Yeah,
You know,
that's fair. It might be tough to. I will roll and see if there's any potential. I know some of you have the ability to maybe
when we
speak
do,
other things,
what
but
did one of the possibilities we thought of was negotiating passage on that ship back to Pro Camper. Wasn't that one thing we were talking about? Do you remember, Adam?
I think yeah, it was.
Uh,
I think
yeah. It seems a little precarious. I don't know. Like I'm
As an
curious how
aquatic elf,
many
yeah,
Sahuagin are on
precarious.
the ship, if it could be even trusted.
I don't trust them.
Yeah.
Saharn and aquatic elves and Sahagwin are not on good terms, generally speaking.
I would say yeah. What's to stop them from attacking us if we do try to take him back to the ship and just getting back to the ship? And once we're sleeping, we just get murdered. Then we're in their territory and can easily be outmanned.
That's how I see things going down, to be
yeah, I
honest
think
with
the debate that to put myself into Schauser's words were that one, the option would be to keep the current crew and have them run the ship and take you to where you're trying to go. The other would be to wipe them out and just take the ship and trust that you all have the skills to manage a sloop.
you. I believe two of us are sailors,
You do have
so
two with the sailing proficiency, and everyone else has been aboard a boat before. And so I was trying to let you know that, yeah, you only really need 3 or 4 capable people to manage the boat, and having two with the sailing proficiency, that is a possibility that you could try to just. But you don't. Yeah, again, that would lead into a whole nother assault and not knowing maybe who the enemy is type of thing. But it's a possibility. So that's where I think we left off, is debating what that next move would be. You remember there were 4 Sahuagin that you wiped out 3 of. The last one Nod had got as he was running back towards his little dinghy boat to take his paddle to paddle himself back to the land, which he could swim, so he could probably jump off the boat and swim if he wanted to in that case, but the boat was there for a reason. He would have probably jumped in the water and just swam had he made it. However, Dart took him to his maker. Yeah, I don't know what you're going to try. I will say that my role for this Sahuagin hostage, for lack of a better word, is that he would have some basic common that he could speak, limited, but some common that he would be able to communicate on. So if there's any desire to interrogate, that is a possibility, but you will be dealing with a non-fluent speaker here.
we want to find out.
So first thing, we'll take all his weapons or anything that could be used to stick or point or stab or anything like that.
Yeah.
Truss them up as best we can.
And then I'll nod towards Tornuk, so he comes over here and stands here, and I'll go over here and start rating his boss's stuff. I remember the captain that was here. Does he have anything interesting? I think he had a flail, like 2 chains or something like that.
Yes, he did. He does have he has 2 flails and 2 chains actually.
That's right. I gotta knock myself down a point of Constitution. I forgot. I gave my sword up. There we go.
So yeah, this thing would have been awoken. I know it was bumped into through the course of all of this and has now been tied up and held here by the group. It will look at you just expecting that it is going to be killed as it sees its comrades on the ground sliced through and other burnt up. He'll be, "What want? Let go."
What is he doing here? What was their purpose? We don't know. So plug him for that question.
Make a charisma check, Sahar.
Yeah, what my attribute is on that. It's actually a 13. It's not
That's
bad. I
respectable.
got.
That's respectable.
Yeah. Did I not go through?
I didn't see it yet.
There we go. Pop up was slow. Gosh.
Yeah, he's just gonna look at. He's just gonna look away from you. He doesn't understand you.
Yeah. Apparently a dialect problem. I can't really understand him.
He doesn't want to understand you. Probably.
Not cooperative. Yeah. Don't hurt my feelings, Jamie.
Nod's gonna look back at Bart and give him like a little, like a head point towards the guy.
I don't know if Bart has much
Yeah, I think Tornuk
leverage with this.
would have probably armed himself as well and would be leaning the same way that Nod is, like ready to just drop the flail or whatever it is that he picked up on this thing, on this fish's head.
Yeah, Nod doesn't have too much interest. That's why he's giving everybody else a chance before he just.
What's Bart thinking?
Bart's thinking kind of all our plans are up in the air at the moment, and I don't know that this single Sahuagin is much of a bargaining chip.
It's fair.
I think it's against my faith to take an enemy out. We're the god of sailors and storm and that sort
Well,
of
I guess
thing.
maybe to Bart's point then, what is the next step, whether this thing's dead or alive? What is the next step? Because is it
Do we need
useful
to?
for you in what your next step will be? Maybe that might answer the whole thing, but what is your next step?
I think we need the egress out of the tower.
Bart, we need information too. If we could get this one to actually tell us the size of the crew, that'd be some information we could use to make our next decision.
How many on ship? Kind of question. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Bart. How about you ask the question, make a charisma check, and we'll see. You can try to break it up in common in a way that you think he understands, and your charisma check's just gonna tell us how well you do that.
Yeah, he'll hold up his censer, like maybe waft some smoke around him, and point his quarterstaff at his face and ask him how many sea devils on your ship remain. He might have gotten some smoke in his own eye, teared up a little bit.
Yeah, like chokes a little bit, like too many.
Yeah.
Too many for him to count. Webbed fingers and toes. He can't separate to count.
Yeah, I guess unless somebody else has some better interrogation techniques.
Yeah, Nod had a pretty interesting idea of just turning to this guy and looking very scary.
Yeah, okay. He definitely will stop looking you all in the eye after that for a while, and
Oh no, I think once I do that, Nod would just, once he looks away, he's just going to end it quickly.
one thing I will
Mhm.
say is that you guys found on him, not on him, on there's another Sahuagin that was in here that had the multiple arms on him, and on him he had a horn. a small horn. And I
Think
mention that right now because without even having to roll a check, you all hear the sound of a horn coming from out in the waters outside the tower, but loud enough that it's heard where you stand here.
yeah, maybe Nod will pull out that horn and look it over and like point to it to him with the sword and see what the
Hmm.
Sahuagin does before he is he useful?
I think that, yeah, putting this together with your intimidation check, he's going to look at you and say, I blow horn.
Look towards the horn and Bart. Should we let him blow horn or should we blow horn?
We don't know
Uh,
the reply, brother. There
You
might be a
blow horn,
specific signal.
yeah. You blow
I
horn,
blow
then what?
horn, let go.
You blow horn, what happens?
Nod will reply with you blow horn.
I think with your charisma check loss there, Bart, he's not listening to you much, and for whatever reason, only Nod has got his attention. So if
No,
you want
I'll
to pass
just
your
lower it down
messages
to
through Nod, he has the attention of the Sahuagin.
I'll lower it down to his mouth. You blow horn.
All
That's my
right.
counter offer.
So your counteroffer is that you won't kill him, or your counteroffer is that you'll.
That he blows a horn.
Oh, you can go ahead and do a charisma check or an intimidation check, whichever you want to do here.
I think I have an intimidation charisma based. I
Yeah.
think it popped up, so I'm a little curious. So what's one on? Oh,
Oh, missed by one. All right, so he will negotiate again with you. You let go. I blow horn. You let go. And he's like pointing at the door, like he wants to go. He wants to leave through the door that he came.
that defeats the purpose. If we let him go, it defeats the purpose of blowing the horn to signal everything's okay. That's what Nod's saying to Sahar and Bart. I don't think we win in this deal either way. We let him go. He tells them what happens. We don't blow the horn. He goes home. Starts
Either
staying home.
way, we've already killed. As soon as they find
So,
out the whole party's not coming back, I feel that they might send more.
so Nod will look back to him. Or the Sahuagin. No blowhorn, more come.
You can do another roll on that. I would say this is not intimidate. Are you intimidating?
No, it's more of a question.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
You're failing, guys.
Yeah, I think he's like starting to sense that you guys are gonna kill him. And he's not even saying anything now. He's literally just knows what you're debating right now in front of him, chopping his head off or letting him go. And I think he may understand that he's not gonna make it out of here alive now.
I
well,
don't think it matters whether we let him go or not. We could just as well let him go. Somebody eventually will come. That's what I feel. We've already disrupted whatever they're doing here. Eventually, if there's supposed to be a meeting, time would run out. Somebody will come
Yeah,
check.
they're they're aquatic creatures, and they brought a boat, and there were four of them. So seems to me like you're right, Saharn, that you would add that up for sure. That there's some transaction that was expected to occur here, and once that doesn't go down, yeah, they're either going to know something's amiss, whether they come on shore or not to investigate that or not. But at this point, you guys sure are making a lot of noise. The boat is. So they're going to get someone's
Is
attention, even if it's not yours. At this rate, is your other thought.
that the DM dropping a subtle warning?
Yeah, I actually am going to have you guys roll wisdom checks at this point, please.
yeah. So Nod was contemplating if we blow the thing, maybe more comes or not. But if we don't blow, maybe more come, and that's less of us having to deal with at once on the ship.
I hope this is a
Let's-
group check because we got
let's-
two
Oh,
clerics, right?
wow. Look at that. Look at that. It
We
just
are
got
not.
better and better. It just got better and better the whole way.
We are not
So-
diplomatic, but we are wise.
You are. And I think you sense both. You sense two things. You definitely, and given your sailing experience too, I know several of you have sailing experience, but everyone's been on the boats and knows that there is going to be an expected return call. So without that, they're going to continue to know something's wrong, and whatever their escalation process is, like, that's the part you're going to find out. But the second part is that you believe that you hear some noise in the staircase, descending the staircase. And that's on the other
Uh,
side of the door. The door is closed in the room that you're in right now.
the door that Sahuagin came out of from the south, or this door on
No,
the
this
east wall?
eastern door that leads into the spiral staircase.
Yeah.
You hear noise above you in that space out there.
I think
Uh,
with that nod, we'll finish this guy off. We're just done with him. There's nothing we can discover. I don't
yeah, I'll
think
just
he's going to
wait.
be useful to us anymore.
Just make a move.
Tornuk will spare you the effort and impale him because he's just mad about everything that just happened and how much of a beating he took. So he doesn't mind finishing him off with one last shot here. So he's done.
It's,
You don't
He might
it's
want to
gonna
heal the big guy.
Yeah. Is
no
there
healing.
like any windows or anything on the level, or have we gone by any recently? Would we know what the weather's like outside? Or
You
was
were
outside just a bit ago, weren't you?
But not too long ago, I chased him out to the dock, pier, boat ramp, whatever.
I don't know how much time has
it
gone by, to
it
be
was
honest.
dark out when you were out there, Nod, and the storm looks like it had passed and it was in the more in the distance, whereas when you entered the tower it was right on top of you, and now it's moved off and it's still visible, but for the most part
Mm.
just dark and not anything notable otherwise.
Yeah, Bart
Like the
would
sea
kind of
is
head
less
over to.
choppy. It's easier to
All right.
navigate a boat here than it was when you all came through the portal. It was not something you would want to be on a boat in.
I'm just gonna ask Nod to listen at this door.
Yeah, Bart's
Tell us what you
casting.
hear.
He'll cast Cure Moderate on Tornok here to see if he can assist his
Okay.
current state, and kind of look around between Nod and Tornok and see if anyone else is in need of healing.
Yeah. Just
Wonderful.
looking, it looks like Tornek's very bad. Nod's hurt a little bit. Saharn's hurt a little bit.
I'm only down 13 points, and I can't help with healing. Sorry.
Just yeah, the first glance around.
Yeah, I think we've been
Uh,
playing the same day for the last couple sessions. Totally,
Yeah.
we've been out of spells for a while.
Yes, and just a nod to tell you now, if it comes down to it and things start bad happening, I do have a potion, and he'll lift his coat and show you on his hip like this right here. It's a healing potion, so if it comes down to it, we have one.
Yeah, Tornuk's looking better. He's not looking as ragged, and he thanks you for the blessing.
But with that,
do you
he's going to
have?
start listening and start trying to hide and get stealthy behind the door. So maybe the guy walks in, sees two clerics and the warrior, and comes forward instead of seeing the
Ooh,
Okay,
thing behind the door.
got it. Okay. Go ahead then, and if others are positioning themselves or in as this noise is getting closer, you guys will all sense that, and of course, you'll see your rogue getting into position. So I think Tornuk would do the same thing. You can position him how you'd like. There's other bodies in here still. I did clear them, but the other Sahuagin that you killed, there's one in here, one in the next room, and then one farther away that wouldn't be in the
All right,
scene.
I'm
So
gonna position myself, Jamie, where I have a clear shot. Depending on what walks through the door and what happens, I might just launch my spear at it, prepping an
okay,
action.
spear ready. What about
Yep,
this door up here? There is a opening on the north wall. Did you all want
we can.
to keep that open, or that's the door that the Duergar came through?
I didn't realize there was a door there. I just see an opening.
Yeah, it looks like an opening, but it can be closed. So I only mentioned that in case you guys wanted to, but it is open. That is open currently. But otherwise, what's Bart's thought here?
Bart's kind of like rifling through his potions, mumbling to himself, kind of listing out a few things that he has, if anyone has ideas. He's can make you grow tall, potion of growth. I got some persuasive potions, polymorph, a self potion. Look at this.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
However, I find none of that useless at the moment.
Yeah.
So I just give him the jab. Does anything coming through the door? Do you have anything to shut the door? Can you lock the door?
That's the north door that's open. The other door is closed. That's where the noise is coming from. And yeah,
Yes.
I'm looking for something here real quick. Give me a second here.
No. It might bypass us. When I said it's coming to this level, but it probably is because this is where they are, those who we killed. I fully expect something to come through the door.
I think they expect things to be here, and with the horn going off, I think whatever it is now coming to check and to see what's going on. For example, a golem that's mindless that only activates after sequence happen, for example. Not saying that's what it is, just for example. Because or else why wouldn't we have dealt with this earlier with the earlier horn? So something knows.
After
Maybe haven't dealt with it.
a moment, the as you're listening and positioning yourself, you hear actually a sound come from the top of the tower. And it is the sound of a bell. And the way that the bell rings gives off this very eerie tone, and you start to feel like something's watching you as you're listening to this thing. And I need everybody to make a savings throw here versus spell, please.
Oh, where's that here?
Bad things could happen.
Here we go.
Okay, so we got. Okay, there we go. Everyone's rolled. All right, let's see. Oh, all right. Okay, so you all hear this eerie sound, and you almost feel like some kind of something trying to charm you, let's say, and that does not seem to make any of you succumb to it. -1 hero point. But everyone did make that roll and successfully make the save and is not feeling any other ill effect here other than the fact that listening to the staircase has now become pretty difficult with the echoing of the bell, which is going to ring for a few moments here. Is anyone else want to do anything during this time as the bell has started?
I suggest we charge the top of the tower and see what's there. I know that sounds crazy, but that's my idea.
I don't think going towards the ship's gonna bring us a whole lot of use at this point.
I agree. It was a fun idea, but I don't really see there's that much value to us now. You're right. It'd probably just be a death trap, guys.
Unless we're attempting to backtrack through the sea back to the Underdark, I think probably up is really the only way to go from here.
There could be 30 pirates aboard that ship or more. I don't think we could take them all.
Todd is gonna try to maintain his silence and like point like a big old X, like no, don't come towards the door. Focus the door.
Okay. Yeah, after a few moments, the bell stops and does not resume for a few moments. So your ears, however, are ringing, and it's pretty difficult to hear normally right now because of that. But otherwise, you don't see anything here for a moment as you're still standing here ready.
We're slightly deafened, you say, from this bell.
Yep. You made it better on yourselves though, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but nothing's coming through this door.
Not currently, didn't see anything.
And we've been waiting a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
I'm going to suggest not to. Let's go. Peek out.
Maybe not. Well, is it an inner or outer? Does it swing in or swing out? If it swings in, comes towards
This one
us,
that
then
swings
I'll
in towards you, it does, yeah.
yeah, I'll get on the side that I can open it and open the door without being seen.
All right. You can
And start with that. It will open the door.
I guess you can just do like a move silently here to see how quietly, and then we'll. Okay. So, Nod, you get yourself out there into just enough to be able to look into the staircase. And as you look up in the staircase, you see somebody walking up the staircase, like a humanoid figure. And just you get just this glimpse of it as it turns the corner, and it seems to have been medium sized, perhaps wearing a robe or something that made it look dark to you. Even with your infravision, it didn't you didn't see the features of it because it was cloaked as it turned, but otherwise you
Can
don't see anything.
I pull out my dart with continual light and toss it almost like down the stairs enough where he could see it, but like
Hmm.
essentially across so it's further down.
Yeah.
Essentially, I want to make it so it's just more noticeable down below and give him a target.
Yeah.
Would he see it?
He's up above you. The person you saw is up above you, ascending the stairs.
And that's what I mean. I want to
Yeah.
try to make some noise with this
Right.
dart across the hall, and it's going to be pretty noticeable as it's like emitting
Yeah.
like 30 feet of light. And
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so go ahead. You can roll something to see how well you throw this. Okay. So you're able to get it over right in the area that you want and get this clang and clatter of your dart bouncing off the stone to draw some attention. Yeah, and with that, you can roll a detect noise. Your ears are still ringing. You're not really getting anything. And I guess at this point, I'm going to have you roll a wisdom check.
I'm gonna say I also have
Mm.
a gem that I wouldn't mind peeking through as well to see if that helped at all. He probably wouldn't be aiming for the gem at right now, thinking about it character wise, right? He's trying to sneak or ambush or get attention to somebody. He's not like thinking about the gem.
And I think, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Oh, what's happening on roll 20. I recall last week we did some fairly decent rolls, and roll 20
Yeah,
was kind of generous in a few
it,
instances.
it giveth,
And
the
now,
algorithm giveth and taketh away.
yeah, we
Yeah,
failed like most of
yeah. No,
our.
I think that given this, what ends up happening, Nod, is that this figure turns the corner and is walking towards you. And what it appears to you to be is a medium-sized creature again in a robe with a female face. And as it turns the corner and you're sitting there
Three
waiting for
kobolds
it,
in a robe.
you do notice that it seems like this creature gives off some type of aura that will cause you to have to make another savings throw.
Crap.
And this
I hate when
is
this stuff happens. What the heck
Yeah,
did he do?
this is not good.
I'm also trying to imagine this as it's going to eventually walk down the stairs and see the open door and see us.
so yeah, so when it sees the others I believe are that's a fair question. Are you guys trying to stay out of the way or are you trying to peek through the door? And what is because I know Nod was trying to do that stealthily. He was trying to open the door somewhat stealthily, so that's why I asked what the others were doing to not ruin his stealth there.
Simply haven't moved.
Okay. Yeah, I think at this case though, given the angle and the doorway and everything, all that would happen is that at some point you're going to lock eyes with this girl and you're going to feel this aura of their gaze upon you, and you're going to roll a savings throw versus petrification polymorph. I would tell you this is something you'd seen before, but I don't think it is. So that's why I say it that way. But it is
Long ago, they were in the
fun
Medusa
feeling.
Cave.
Do well, sir. Did you say she was masked?
She has a cloak on,
Yeah.
robe. Oh God, this is where we need roll 20 to swing back pendulum back in our favor.
Uh huh. Did you do well? I didn't see. I can't see that though.
I haven't seen the roll yet. I don't think.
Do
Just
well,
Trying to
bro.
find it. Oh, there we go.
Oh, that should have been for Tornok, not me. I might have clicked the wrong one, unfortunately. Tracker, but yeah, he has a better chance than I do.
Oh, for Tornok.
Yeah, because Nod's not wouldn't be able to see it. I'm assuming he's like almost behind the door,
Okay.
waiting to ambush, essentially.
Okay. So Tornok. So the first roll's for Tornok.
The first one was me clicking on the wrong character sheet.
Okay. All right. All right. This is what we're gonna go with then. Your friend Tornok turns into stone.
Thought he was back here with us.
He's at the right angle here. He's the first one to lock eyes with her, and he is out. Someone's in that door, in the view of that door as she's coming down, and the door's open, and Nod's behind it. So it's Tornok in this case, and he is now a statue.
Saharn is shocked.
Yeah, you would all see him just as he would, his flesh would be turning to stone before your eyes, and he may even utter before he's fully turned to stone that at least I finally saw the sky, friends, and go full statue as he is standing there.
My long sword.
It is now part of this statue.
The
Unfortunately,
magical longsword.
Oh,
Yep, the
it's,
magical longsword. Yep, it's
yeah,
gone. Oh, okay. I still have club and mace,
tint
a mace
him.
and spear.
There we go. He is.
Sorry, we lose magical longsword.
Go ahead and roll initiative, guys.
bye
We're
bye.
gonna give you guys all a chance now to do this officially.
Oh,
Oh boy.
oh boy.
I've got one spell left.
I think you just might want to
Third
close
level.
your eyes.
Yeah,
Right,
you all
yeah.
have a heads up now. Unfortunately, it was for Tornuk that proved the presence, but
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be way up there.
all right.
I guess
So
Oh, I'm on the
Yep.
range. That's why.
He's just gonna roll with Bart will pull out the mace he got some
Ooh.
time ago.
I feel no matter what.
Initiative of 17. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. If I see anything, I'm just throwing my spear at it on my turn.
yeah, I think
I'm
you would all be
totally.
white knuckled and ready to rip
Oh,
your best remaining things here.
I guess seeing this, Bart's gonna try and use his little silver mirror
Mhm.
to look through to get a sense of what's coming and where.
Let's see. Let me.
wasn't there a long time ago
Oh,
some telling poem or prophecy of a Medusa?
I had Tornik selected, so it
Oh, I got
get
you.
him
I'll
on.
put you
Yeah.
in. I'll put you in there.
Yeah.
Let me do this too. There we go. Okay, that should be better now. All right. So the sight of Tornuk turning to stone and uttering his words was the last thing here before you hear the footsteps continue to get lower on the stairs, and you hear a voice that echoes against the marble in the stairwell that she's in, and through the doorway it sounds very clear to you, and her voice is not one you've heard before, but it is got a wispiness to it, and she says, "So you've come to admire my collection." That's what you hear her mumble. "How thoughtful, little wanderers. Do hold still, as your friend does." And she continues to walk in this direction towards the doorway. So at this
Assuming
point,
she enters.
At this
Yeah.
point, I know you all are not gazing towards her, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you go next, Sahar.
I'm trying not to look directly, but peripheral vision. And if I see her enter, I'm just launching my spear. And hopefully I don't have to engage her like at belly height or any higher than belly height with my actual pinpointing, my focus vision. I'm just going to snap and hopefully do well.
She's through the door right now. She's not in your door. She's not through the door in the room yet, but you could conceivably hit her with a ranged attack or a spell from your angle. Just want to be clear, you're waiting for her to step in.
Yes.
Okay. All right, nod. You don't see anything yet, but you obviously would have heard the steps and the voice,
Yeah.
and know
So
she's close by. I wouldn't say you'd know exactly her stance, but she's somewhere right by that door.
he'll take the same small silver mirror and like set it down, like maybe on his hoof or something. That way, or boots. That way he can see. He can look down at it and see whenever she comes through the door, so he's not directly gazing. And then essentially, he's going to try to backstab her as she does walk through the door.
Clever man. I like it.
Okay, so you're preparing for a backstab. Okay. I guess with the I guess if you're just doing that, it's going to be probably like a move silently because you're trying to get yourself right into position here to attack. How'd you roll a 17 for initiative, Bart? Oh, is that
A
a
mace,
weapon? Oh, okay.
totally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
And
see.
Bart's probably like stepping.
Yeah, so in your process of trying to get your mirror at the angle where you can just get a glimpse of her shape, you end up dropping the mirror, making a clattering sound on the ground and giving up what you would think to be your advantage there. Nod. But you are still obviously out of her. She doesn't see you right away or anything like that.
He knows you're there.
She knows you're there. And Bart would be next.
Bart's gonna, gripping his mace, probably step behind the stone form of Tornok, trying to use his mirror to
Use it as a shield
see what's going.
one last time.
Yeah,
One last
trying to
time.
see what's happening up in front of him. Yeah, he doesn't have much for ranged weapons and
Okay.
doesn't see the usefulness in charging straight at
Yeah, you can
this
see
type of
that it
creature.
is a woman in a cloak in the doorway, and that gives off a very eerie aura that gives you some nostalgia that you felt before, that sort of aura before, but it's going to be gazing towards you. So it'll be one of those things where if you're looking towards it, it's looking back at you. And that would mean that you would need to roll a savings throw.
Oh
Um,
no.
versus petrification.
Sure, I do have. I'll jot this out here from. Oh no, it's better. Green just zoomed to 30% for some reason.
Oh,
It keeps.
I thought you failed your saving throw.
No, I
Should
haven't
have.
seen his throw yet. Okay,
Yeah,
he's
I
got
was just
something.
gonna
The
paste.
silvered mask. Okay.
There we go. I was just
Reflect
gonna
all
paste
gaze
this in
attacks.
here, Jeremy.
Okay. Who can be reflected by
I don't.
mirrors. Let's
I,
see. So,
I don't know if that
Are you
has an effect here or not, but
kidding me? Really?
let's see.
I guess let me know if that applies or
You get a +3?
maybe.
Okay. Okay. So, in this case, yeah, so that will save you though from that will give you a huge protection obviously, but it
The
does not
petrification.
yeah, it does not actually cause any harm to the Medusa to see her reflection. They actually love their reflection.
They're
It,
so
What?
beautiful. Yeah.
nice. Okay.
Oh,
You
Oh
feel for a
wow.
moment, you feel a tinge for a moment, but
Yeah.
then you're fine and nothing overtakes you here. Um,
guys,
I think we are at the Medusa now. Man, given that she knows about the mirror on the ground and someone behind the door, that may affect her as she is not wanting to get probably I think she will give you all a another spiel here. Let me find what her other thing was.
you guys think this is her tower?
She said so you hear her say, "You tread in halls that are older than your gods. The dwarves carved this stone, but I've perfected it. Every intruder leaves a gift. I wonder what yours will be. More life for the master, And you just
Not
hear her
out.
hissing and laughing as she now is standing clearly like standing in the threshold of the doorway. Saharn is next.
I'm going to demand that she release our friend.
You're gonna demand that
I
she
know,
release your friend.
yeah, it's not going to work, is it? So let me see what she says. I don't know what else to
You
do.
could
It's that or just
try.
attack her.
Do you want to? Is there any type of enchantment that you're rolling this together with, or is this just a charisma roll that you're going for? Or...
Really, very limited here. There's not really anything I can do chant wise. The spell slots are used up, bro.
I hear you. I know a guy that did that
I,
to you.
I need a rest.
I know.
I don't think I had any heal spells even last sessions. We just rolled really. I might still be excited enough and charge her with my spear. I did wonderful last session with that.
We threw it.
No, I haven't thrown it yet. Just demanding she release it. I haven't
Uh,
attacked. It's just not going to work. I know that. I
Well, yeah.
believe she's here
If
to
you want to
kill
try
us.
diplomacy, if your goal is diplomacy, then go ahead and make a wisdom check. If you got
Yes.
another plan in mind, let me know. But it sounds like
No.
it's more that.
We have. Yeah, we have no beef with her.
Okay, and
But that doesn't mean.
you're
Yeah.
pleading with her to let go of your friend. Okay. All right.
Yep. So we have no quarrel with her and release our friend.
And I would say you say it in a very authentic, believable way. That's the best we can say. How she reacts, we'll see when we get to her. But Nod is
Yeah,
next.
so Harden has put Nod in a more difficult situation.
we are all, bro. A couple of saving throws away from a TPK here.
Well, not Nod had intended on yelling, "Close your eyes," and he was just going to come forward and start fighting this thing because he theoretically could. Theoretically. But now that you're trying diplomacy, he might hold off and I guess just wait to see how she reacts. Again, he's gonna maybe turn towards y'all and like point, don't look at her, look down, look at her feet, close your eyes. Any of the above works.
Do you? But you're not saying anything or anything else.
I'm not trying to say
Okay.
anything. No, I'm
Okay.
trying to say, I know I'm not. He knows
I'm,
I'm there, but I'm not trying to give it away too. That
don't look. That
Okay.
sort of thing.
Okay.
yeah,
Got it. All right. Then Bart
eyes down.
would be the last to go
Oh
here
yeah.
in the center of it all.
Bart's fumbling through his potions again too.
I'm gonna get big
For what purpose? He
because you
might
can.
just grab and chug his. He's got this filter of persuasiveness. He has some idea maybe that
Hmm.
could gain him some bargaining power,
Wow.
and he might
Okay.
just chug that. Yeah, he'll chug that and ask this creature, "Aren't you late for something at the top of the tower? You probably want to leave us to our devices for now, don't you?"
Oh wow. So your charisma goes up by 4, and so you'll just make a charisma check. You'll have a basically be rolling. You can only go to a maximum of 21 though. So I don't know what your regular charisma is, but 21's the maximum you can go, but it's +4 to
Not good.
charisma,
Okay.
or you go to 18 if you're for like it rises to 18 or it's +4. That's the way it
Oh,
works.
okay.
Yeah.
So basically, I get a +8 to my roll because I'm at 10 for charisma. Or
Oh,
oh
you're
no
at
no no.
10. Yeah, you'll go to 8. Yeah, you'll go to 18. Exactly. You'll be an 18. You're going to roll this as if you have an 18 charisma. So, you're pleading with her to do what again? Exactly? What is the general
Uh,
command or
I'm
ask?
I'm trying to plead with her that she's probably late for something she's meant to do at the top of the tower, and she really wants to leave us to our own
Hmm.
devices here, doesn't she?
Okay. So you're picking up what Saharn was saying and trying to talk her out of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 18. I just changed to 18 briefly to
Perfect.
roll it. I
Perfect.
guess we'll see how it
Perfect.
comes out,
All right.
and we'll put it back to 10. I don't know how long that lasts. I guess either or anything, but
It lasts for 1 hour plus, let's see, 1d4 turns. 1 hour plus 1d4 turns. So
Charm her?
a total of 70 to 100 minutes total. If you roll 1d4, it would be, I'll roll one here. So it's going to
Oh shit,
be
go.
30 more minutes, so it would be 90 minutes.
Get that out of my inventory.
Let me see something here. Okay, so it's, I think then, if that's it, Bart, then it is back to the next round, and it is the Medusa's turn. Let me see.
That'd be cool if she just left. I'd be happy.
It'd be cool if she turned Tornak back to not star.
I did ask her to.
You did.
I did. I said we're not her memory or her
She-
enemy.
She will.
Brilliantly added to all that.
Yeah, I think the diplomacy started off well and it ended better. And I think that she will pause for a moment and you'll hear her say, I cannot give you anything back, but I will let you leave. And she shuts the door in the staircase. And through the door, you hear her cackling. And she says, do let yourselves out. And thank you for the addition to my collection. As she steps again up the stairs.
You'll
This-
see Nod take a deep breath.
Yeah,
Fusroba.
for sure.
So somehow or other, diplomacy prevails, momentarily at least, as you are sitting here with your ears still ringing from the bell and your heart still thumping from the sight of this woman. We could go ahead and take a break here, probably take a 5-er, and then we'll
Sure.
come back and jump back in.
Could we make it like
Sounds good.
10 or
Yeah,
so?
yeah,
I gotta,
10 sounds great.
yeah,
Works for
it's
me.
medical, but I gotta check on
All
stuff.
good. Let's do 10.
Okay,
Sounds
thank you.
good.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, I think we're probably getting close.
Yep. Restart the.
So I will take the turn order and drop that off the screen to make that more
Sure.
official. I'm sure that's a relief, and I think we're all back, so I'll give you guys a chance to decide how to proceed here.
Remind me again of what we're here for. Do we have a purpose?
We were coming here to settle the curse that's on Bart, Kurza. And I think taking the wizard out of this tower is the way. So we need to essentially deal with the Medusa. That was not the worst chance to have.
So you're suggesting that we follow her up to the top of the tower, where I presume her master is.
No. That was the better chance we had of her being up close and we were near, comparatively to next time we have to see her and suffer again.
You suggest we flee, bro?
I think we need to find the tools to face this type of creature.
I think Kurza has it, but we did have one stone to flesh.
Right.
I
that
don't
is
know if we're
true.
using it on Tornek.
Do we have anything in our general bag of holding?
Quite a bit.
I don't have a
I
list.
think quite a bit if I'm remembering. I gotta find
Yeah.
that.
I think it's in party notes, bag of holding, yeah.
Aha.
Yeah, it's a pre-scroll, actually, the stone to flesh.
Ooh. Should we? Yeah.
We could. I think it was better off to hold for that. If we would have fought her, we would have been okay, but it's just in case something happens, someone else gets turned to stone. But now we can theoretically use it, get Tornek, bring it back.
Yeah. I think our options are to
We
backtrack how we came into the tower, aren't they? Or is the ship in the way now? I'm trying to remember. Or did we come up from like the backside of the island on the rocks?
You came
Well-
up from the rocks. Like there's a little rock chain here, and you're on the biggest rock now inside the tower. But adjacent to it, there's a little ledge that you walked across to reach the tower, and it was just bad weather then, but that made it pretty difficult. And the volcanic rock is very slippery. But otherwise, yeah, it's just a couple of sharp rocks and slides away to get back to the way you came in.
Yeah.
You do have to go all the way down
Essentially,
to
we're
the bottom of the
trouncing
tower.
through the Underdark, and the other two options were the Drow tunnel. We think would lead back to the Underdark, but basically through their realm, I'm assuming, and same with the Duergar, the dwarves.
Is that the way you sealed up?
The
The Duergar is
Duergar
probably
one,
the way
yeah.
filled up.
Sure.
The Underdark. It's another passage to the Underdark, so we can theoretically use that to get out, but it's another stone shape to get clear. Maybe.
Yeah. And
probably more. Those two options are probably more populated with creatures in the way we came in at this point.
my friends, how else do we get out of here? We're not taking over the ship, and I think you're right. We're not ready to take on this wizard. Perhaps what we need is in the Underdark.
The storm
Yep.
were still upon us. I might be able to
Other than that, did we
call lightning from the sky on
did
the
we
ship.
ask that ship to ever come back and
Good
rendezvous
question.
with us?
No one had blown the
No.
horn. I think you are at a fork here. This particular spot. Okay, you may be right, or you guys might have thought you're not going to overtake the crew of the ship. There's always the chance of sneaking onto the ship somehow. That would be pretty difficult, but you do have now that little small boat that you could conceivably fit 5, maybe 6 people on. That's a resource you didn't have. I don't know if that's a part of your thinking. You've got the Underdark accessible through the Tower of Loth, or the Altar of Loth that's here in the tower. Of course, you can go up the steps. A little bit of what's up the steps. You could go back outside the way you came in, across the rocks, and to the pool portal that was activated by you in Myth Nantar, and hope that it's still activated and that it takes you right back to where you were. That's the other unknown. But those are the choices that I'm hearing.
I think escape is our only option. So, do we make for the portal or do we open up? Can you open up the stone, brother? Do you have this power?
I would need to. Yeah, I've got one. I guess I could open it up.
And maybe
That would be my last spell slot left.
to find a place to hold up. The safest bet is to try to go back through our portal, so we're not going into danger.
I
But
guess with the storm past, would it be easier, do we think, to make our way back
It is, but
across
we're
the
also
rocks?
opening ourselves up to
Mhm.
the Sahuagin because there's no telling if the ship is still there. If it is, and we're now in their territory. But it's still dangerous for them to swim up. That's why they took the boat. But in theory, we could take the boat just across to whatever to get to our place. But then again, we're still exposed. So the point of coming to this tower was to defeat this wizard or lich and free us for more bonds, or free our companions of more bonds. But it seems like we're not quite ready for it, or at least not prepared enough.
I don't think the three of us are doing it. I think Bart should use the priest spell in case it requires a wisdom check because he's got an 18 and I don't. Try to free Tornok.
So yeah, he could just read the scroll, I believe, and free him, and then we could. Then it's a matter of convincing him to go back to, I'm assuming, either the Underdark or through the portal, which we still don't know if is actually accessible. So we're risking something that we don't know is working. Because I think it was a limited time. I knew who knows how long, and I think we did rest one day here.
I
So I
don't
think
know.
the Underdark is the certain answer that we have at least a way to go. Maybe not the safest or best route, but it is a way to go. Other
But
than continuing in this tower, or taking the boat, or taking the Sahuagin boat.
it's the only way forward. At least it's going somewhere that might help. Because
I think it's the safest route if we go to the not safest, but most strategic. We can go there, hopefully find a spot well enough to at least make camp. From there, we can at least get back to this tower.
true enough, let's do it.
But then we are also using our one ability to free Tornuk, and I'm not saying not to free Tornuk, but
No, we have to do that.
having a stone to flesh spell for it when we do come back would be useful for a player character instead of a non-player character. That's my point. It's not saying that we can't do it, but we can hold on to it until we fully leave. We're not leaving, we're just stepping down into the Underdark,
We're
making
probably
camp.
gonna need him anyway.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying we don't need to do it now. He's not far. It's not like we can't access him. He's literally in like the next room.
I don't know. Saharn's shocked at that. I mean, he is our friend and companion. Why would we not free him now?
Would you rather Bart? We free Tornuk now, and maybe Bart is frozen to stone later. And then what will we do?
We all suffer the same risk, my friend.
Indeed. So I said, I'm not saying that we don't free him. I agree we free him. I say we take a day to rest and fully prepare. Because having him with us down there, it will be beneficial. You're not wrong.
If we walk in there to a trap, or we walk into something, we would need him. Not guaranteed we're walking into a resting spot. We might have to go through something.
Indeed, and it's you never know what we'll encounter. But if we do plan on coming back, which I think we will, it's better to have one of those than not. We can always use it later on him. It'd be nice to have him now, yes, but it's more like what happens if you or Kurz or Shalshirt gets turned to stone. We want to be able to bring them back as well. But you're not wrong. Having Tornuk here is
this is
advantage.
right on for character alignment. Not as a neutral aligned character. This fits exactly the way he would play this. Saharn is a neutral good character, I believe. This would be a great moral dilemma for the
Chaotic
party.
good, actually.
Archaic,
but
I'm
yeah.
sorry, you are chaotic good, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I would be neutral good. Yeah.
You're good, right?
Yeah, Bart would like to take Tornuk with us. I think he's
no, it's true neutral.
yeah.
It's
Besides being of the perfect size to
Great
crouch
role-playing.
behind, he has been a great friend to us.
And he's gonna shrug. Okay, 2 beats 1. I'm not gonna fight you. He will be useful to us. I'm not saying no.
All right.
I'm just trying to be the devil's advocate. It would be useful later as well, if not even more useful later. But having him now is not bad. Not by any means.
Let me throw this out to you guys. Make a intelligence check.
We hesitate too long. Hey.
Okay. So I think here, let me see. One of your other options is that you could put Tornuk inside of the bag of holding and bring him back at whatever point you want to, because he's now an object and he's now something that can be placed into the bag. And that is true. You have a type 3 bag of holding. This is not I just want to throw that out there so that you guys consider this.
Oh.
The two of you who pass your intelligence checks could conceivably come up with this plan as a compromise, right? So I throw that out there.
Saharn would not utter a word of that came across his mind. He'd be
yeah, you'll see the light bulb appear above Notted. We could stuff him into the bag. I think I can fit. Like his horns seem a little bit smaller right now.
You'd have Tornuk on demand, essentially. It's like you break him out of the bag, you pour the potion on him whenever you need him. I just wanted to put that out there. It's different than a figurine of wondrous power, but it's our version.
A Tornuk of stony configurations.
I thought it was a scroll, a pre-scroll.
It is a pre-scroll, yeah. I'll reach into the bag of holding and I'll like pull it out and hand it forward a little reluctantly, but
wait, are you doing this? I thought Bart was going to read the spell.
No, I'm not reading it. I am handing it to one of you two. I am just pulling it out the bag.
I guess I didn't realize the bag was big enough to even consider that. So. And still don't, considering my intelligence check.
Aren't they like a 10-foot space inside and like a 2-foot diameter opening?
Yeah.
So yeah, you could throw a body in that.
I guess if somebody's suggesting it, it might make sense to Bart. But if nobody's suggesting it, he'll
No.
He'll use the scroll he's being handed you.
Yeah, Nod suggested it, but he's not going to
Oh.
fight the democracy. I think it's better to save it for later. He's just going to wake up and not know the difference. He's not even going to know we had this conversation about his life, and I'll just
No,
pat
he'll
him
have
on the
no
back.
idea.
No.
Like, nah, boo, haha, Tornak, I'm still the better Minotaur. Look, last one standing.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
thinking
guess
from
He'll like reach in the bag and hand you the scrolls, like the decision's yours. One on one, it's up to you, Bart.
it's the good thing to do, brother.
Freeing him is not a bad decision by any means. I think
I-
it's a bit
I would
more
like-
practical choice to
yeah.
save it.
I would like to have Tornuk with us in hopes that we could find another of these scrolls or perhaps potions and prepare better for the next time we come back here.
Are you sure he's gonna want to go
I
to the
think-
Underdark?
He probably does not. And that's going to be another whole argument. He's gonna, not want to go back in the thing. His last words were the daylight,
My
the bright
friend,
light. I got to see the day.
my friend Nod, our friend Tornak has.
Have you
no
considered
choice.
his feelings?
He has to come with us.
He fell in a
Well-
mighty battle. You gotta end his like.
Yeah. What's he gonna do? Stay behind by himself?
No, we're just gonna stick him in the bag. So someone's gonna come look inside the bag and see stone statue Tornuk and be
Mhm.
like, "What
So-
happened?"
Yeah. Bart will hand the scroll back to Nod and say, so we bring our
All right.
friend back through the dark and then out into the light.
And when you say
We'll set
back
him
into the dark,
free
are you
again.
talking about the altar of Loth here, or the portal that you all came through? That was the under.
I'm
Myth
more
under-
inclined to try the portal that we came through.
I didn't. I just was curious what you were saying when you
Yeah.
said Underdark, because both were,
Right.
I guess, in that way. One is Myth Nantar, so technically.
Yeah.
I was referring to the Loth one
Hmm.
because we could always, for example, step back in. We could go through, find some place that's not inside the tower, relatively safe, and then come back. "Quote unquote," relatively. A small cave crevice that's not infested with bugs and whatever else, underdark beings.
It could be worth a try.
And like I said, we could return and they might be smart enough to keep something to fix that, like a potion or another scroll here, because I remember seeing Madar here, I remember seeing Medusas. They might have a potion or scroll here to maybe free the Sahuagin or Duergar if they accidentally glimpse her, but it's just a guess.
The wise guess, my friend. To be honest,
I'm willing to try the Temple of Loth. That we didn't see a whole lot or any activity from that.
The Duergar tried to
did
escape
we?
into there. The Duergar tried to
Yeah.
escape there.
Oh, okay.
So we know it's at least somewhere safe, or there's more Duergar down there. So that's something too. Outside of Sahuagin, down there's probably Duergar. Up in the tower, Medusa. Pick your lesser evils.
I was thinking the Drow place was the Loth one. I guess I had those mixed up. But
Yeah, so I believe it's the same one. Drow worship Loth, typically.
okay. Because
Dirty
wasn't there an
Drow.
entrance through the room with the Drow in it?
I
Symbol on
think
the floor as well.
You guys are welcome to pop in that top room and peek through it because the door's wide open, and I believe the door through that's open. You haven't heard
Fine.
anything with all your checks and ears ringing, so this side of the tower does feel
So I guess
accessible.
for one, we agreed to pop Tornuk in the bag, right?
yeah, I did. I actually have
Yep.
stuffed him into the bag of holding
All right, there
already.
you go.
A life-sized Minotaur stone statue. Quotes Tornuk.
All right. So we agree then we're going to attempt to go into the Underdark to attempt to find our way back out through the Temple of Loth here versus tracing our steps back to Myth Nantar.
Is this the way?
I
Was
think
that the thought, or-
I think it's turned to stone right now. I think you close this
Mhm.
entrance with stone.
I
So
can open it and then
before you waste your spell, maybe Nod can just give it a good old college try of breaking the entrance or bashing his way through, or
Sure.
let's see. I was hoping to do the magical one, but I guess that works. I might be because he just has crazy.
Let's see. This is.
Maybe I can do this one.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's good if you're trying to break his barrier. Is that what this roll is for?
Yeah.
Okay,
Let him save his spell. Maybe we can use it for other things.
gotcha. All right, so let me just get this.
Chuckling.
Just trying to-
Maybe with what she said, I'm also gonna take inventory on everything before I walk out of here just to make sure. She said we're gonna be leaving something. I'm gonna make sure Tornik's in the bag too before we walk out.
All right, so who's pouring the? Yeah, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, who's pouring this on to Tornuk?
Oh, I did leave my dart. Damn, she's right.
On the stairwell.
Yep.
We'll cast another one for you when we get a spell back.
Yep. It is deleted.
Okay, this would be.
We can replace it. No big deal. I still got a rock in my pocket.
She was right though. I left my dart. Damn it.
All right, so Tornuk is whoever brought Tornuk back. Who poured this substance onto Tornuk?
Thought it
Was
was
that
a
decided, or
scroll.
did you stick him in
We
the thing? I guess
we stuck him in the bag.
You
We
did
stuck
stick
him
him
in
in
the
the
bag.
bag. Oh God. Okay. All right. Let me take that back.
It is a pre-scroll. Yeah. Stone to Flesh is a pre-scroll. That is what we have for one use item, essentially.
Okay, so he is in the bag right now. I'm gonna delete his token here. All right. And then was there anything else that you guys did or differently as you left that area behind you, as you've left these rooms? Are you closing these doors, or are you just hell bent on going to the Underdark?
Personally, I'll ignore the doors because if anybody wants to come behind us,
Yeah.
closed door doesn't. They're going to come anyway.
Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure. All right. So you head back in, and Nod, you are able to try to bash that stone open, and it does open for you. So you are able to get that to crack and reveal itself again as you're. It must be a sight for the rest of you as you're watching a minotaur bash the stone below a altar to Loth. Let me bring you guys back into this room for a second, in case you forgot what
There
that
we
looked
are.
like.
Yeah.
That you had previously closed that hole to evil up, and now you are forcefully bashing it open, and you have successfully done so. So it does
Come
open
to the
again.
dark side.
That's that altars tend to make us think it's moving.
Yes, it does. It gives you that those bloodstones feel like eyes, and it feels as if it shifts almost as you do sit here and bash open the opening again to now this tunnel or cavern that descends.
Making a horrendous amount of noise, I assume.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. If the
Yeah,
Medusa,
no,
if
I'm letting them know. I'm
yeah,
raging. Yeah.
if the Medusa is
The
had a
table.
time limit, I don't know what it is, but all right. So you guys do get it open, and then you're gonna head on in, I assume.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I'm taking out my continual light stone. And are you leading, Nod?
Yeah, I'll go forward.
I will hand you my stone.
No, you hold on to that. I'd rather be in the shadows.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I've
I'll
still got one as well. So
I'll follow behind Nod and provide
Yeah, I'll stay
light.
like again about 20 feet, just on the edge of your thing. That way you can see whenever I stop, you can stop.
Sure enough.
Okay.
We'll kind of, I guess I'll give you a few of these, and we'll creep forward and enough just to find like a nice little. Well, how far? We'll say 50, 100. That's still probably too close. We'll say 300 feet, maybe 500 would be probably far enough away that sound wouldn't be too bad.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure exactly how far. Yeah, 500 feet's not too far. That would be like maybe 5 minutes of walking.
I don't
Or
know.
slowly, it'd be a third of that. So 15 minutes we're slowly creeping along.
Let me see.
What I think I gave you. No, I didn't give you those. It's hard to be stealthy whenever someone has light. Makes sense.
All right. So you all begin to descend into this cold, dark cavern and you do get that sense that it is letting off a lot of wind as you're heading down into this cavern, and it's just descending, sloped on the ground, pretty steep, but you're able to get decent footing. And I guess at this point, everybody is able to see you are all using infravision for the most part. And then go ahead and
I had
make
stone out.
wisdom checks here as you're following this around.
I am carrying a light source, Jamie.
You are carrying a
Yeah.
light source. Okay.
Yeah, my
Yeah, so
stop continual light stone.
Oh, okay.
I
got
say we would stop
Yeah.
about 500 feet too, give or take, unless we encountered something first.
Yeah, Bart's got the continual light pebble as well from many session ago.
All right. So you guys eventually make your way out. Let me make sure that this is working right. Just trying to double check. Yeah, I think this is gonna give the correct amount of light. Bart, what do you have? You have the additional vision from.
The continual light stone,
Okay, yeah.
or stone with continual light
So you
on
should have more than that. Okay.
it. Is there? I guess I'm still on the.
Light
Move you
is like
guys to a different
20.
screen in just a
Okay.
second. I just wanted to double check
How much is
your.
continual light? Is that 60?
That's a good question. If someone wants to look that one up, I'm not sure.
I know light is 30. Yeah, it is 60. 60 feet for continual light.
Oh, okay. This is. I
The
see.
light is 30 feet. Torchlight is like 20 feet.
All right. Okay. Bart, you get the sense as you're following this down that this was or is part of the volcanic rock that you saw outside, and it starts to turn into that, like you're walking into a volcano feeling in terms of everything having this shiny, almost shiny black surface to it, and eventually leads you to an opening where you can feel that air gust now and hear it just slightly. And I'll move you guys over to a different map here. You are on the bottom center of this map. You come into this space and it looks like a cavern with a huge opening, like an open pit in the center of it. That is like your initial thoughts. You hear that breeze coming from here, but then also, Bart, you definitely feel like you heard something else move around in the area, like off to your right.
Right. Everything is dark at the moment. There's
Same for me.
this.
Oh, let's see. Sorry, let me go with the big reveal
If I
thing.
zoom out, I guess I can see the outline of a big space, but
Anything reveal itself?
all right, yeah. There.
I would think this should all be. There we go. Hopefully that
Yep,
makes it a
yeah.
little clearer.
That's
My bad.
kind of whisper to Sahar next to me, I guess, that there's something off to the right. And if at what point Nod looks back at us, I'll kind of wave him towards us
Okay.
to also to tell him,
Yeah.
hopefully without raising my voice.
Yeah, and I'll take a few steps back and get closer and kind of hear what you're saying. And maybe this is where I start crouching down a little bit and pulling out the gem and taking a peek through it to see if I can see what you're talking about. Because I don't see it right away.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I'm just curious what. Yeah, I think your initial look through the gem doesn't reveal anything different about the room. Nothing stands out as being distinguishable, really, other than what you see here.
No
Is
sound?
there anything we look up?
It's not that tall of a ceiling relative to some of the other spaces that you've been in. Maybe it's about 12 feet, and it's smoothed out, but it looks like, again, it's that really shiny black rock all the way across it, as if this is like a bubble that was within it, within the black rock or something. Somehow or other, this was sheared through this volcanic rock.
And Nod's gonna shrug. Yeah, it seems like a good as place as any. I don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing over there.
How far are these squares? 5 foot?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we can see pretty much halfway across this cavern with our continual light. And if I don't see anything, I would like to just walk forward and look down that hole.
Okay. So, yeah, you come out to the edge of that hole and peek down it. You don't see anything except for darkness, and it just goes very deep. Roll a wisdom check, though, Saharn, since you're looking down there. And
I like
I'll
that
give you
we
a couple
mostly
points.
roll wisdom
I know,
checks. And
right? You pick up a lot of good information this way.
yeah, we got 2 clerics, and that's our thing, right?
Yep. All right. So, two things occur to you. Number one is you do see a chain on the far side of the pit that is hanging, and it appears to descend down into the pit.
I will
Um,
point that out. Does
I,
it look like a chain made for climbing, or
it seems like a pretty sturdy chain, like thicker than what your hands would probably feel comfortable. Nod's hands might be comfortable grabbing chain that thick, but not like the smaller chain that you're used to seeing. So it seems pretty like a heavy chain, I would say. But
is it anchored to the edge up here or something, or does it extend like across
yeah,
the
I'll
cavern?
I'll add a little line to show you where it's anchored and where it drops in. But it's on this far wall, if I can get it to draw. Am I on the right layer? Maybe not. Here we go. Okay. Hopefully you can see that little line
Yeah,
up there. That's our chain.
it's just anchored and then covers across the floor and drops into the
Yeah,
hole.
there are a couple stones in here that like boulders and stuff, and it's chained. It's got a large metal ring that it's attached to on a boulder across from you right there.
Anybody else getting the feeling that maybe something's on the other end of that chain?
Yeah. Huh?
A big
Let-
spider by chance?
Let's go check it out.
So
We
let me
wanted
have
to
you guys
rest.
roll a d10, please, each of you.
A D10 dice.
Okay, so everyone except for Nod is going to be surprised by the suddenness of some Duergar. I can't say it. They are going to
I
come up.
don't know if it matters, but because I'm a Minotaur. Oh,
Okay.
it might be affecting them. It's
Oh
not
yeah,
affecting
yeah,
us.
no,
Yeah,
yeah.
I see.
Yeah, you are not surprised.
You are
We,
not
however,
surprised. So
yes, sitting ducks
let me pull this up.
for 1 round if they have initiative or something, however that works. You remember what? Did you skip my whisper, Jamie, a few minutes ago?
Yeah,
It's all
yeah, I
right.
did. I'm sorry, I did see that. I'm sorry. I was smiling over here when you said it. I was smiling when you said it, and yeah, it's yeah. I have to realize sometimes too how close you guys are. You get to the edge, and you never know what's gonna happen. So here we are again on the edge, and several of you are now experiencing these Duergar who are coming out of this side over here. So there are two of them that come spring on you from this side, and
That's nice.
they are going to. One's attacking Seharn, and the other is attacking Nod, who is not surprised. Let's see, where's my other one? There's three of these guys.
Are they getting a free attack? They just catch us flat-footed? Is that what
The
surprise
surprise,
does?
yeah, the guys who rolled 1, 2, 3 are surprised.
Oh,
So this guy's gonna step in here. Actually, is where I'm meant to put him.
I had a nice move in mind, but okay,
Okay, so
we'll
no,
save it.
there's only two of these guys, but this is how they're positioned. And one is attacking towards Nod, and one is attacking towards Seharn for the moment for this particular attack. And
I'm, a-
let's see.
I'm an armor class 5, Mr. DM,
Okay,
though,
let's see. It's going to be
plus whatever penalty you wish to impose for surprise.
well,
Watch me get knocked into the hole.
I hate to tell you
That would
this,
be
but
epic.
that's what it's trying to do to you. It is trying to push you.
Really, because that was the thing I was thinking of as a move, was to throw my stone onto the floor and use my spear to try to But yeah, it's a good move. Do it.
I'm trying to figure out how I want to roll this because it's going to be pretty much like almost like a wrestling move. I think when you're trying to shove someone, it's like a shove mechanic.
Am I flat-footed? Like he's catching me
Yeah,
by
yeah, you're by
surprise.
surprise
So
here. So your AC,
right.
it's gonna be easier for him, but I'm trying to figure out what the adjustment will be.
In that case, my armor class is worse by 2. So there you go.
Let me see
Do
how
me
the
up.
other one rolls here first on. Oh wait, okay. That one, the one that attacks at you, Nod, swings and misses at you with a short sword. The other one here that's trying to push, I'm trying to figure it out. So it's gonna be, I guess it's still a normal attack, and there's a terrain modifier because we are on the slippery rock here. All right, so I'll roll this out loud here so that you can see this one. It will be, what's your AC then, Sahar?
7. So I
7.
have 5 minus 2 decks, though. I lose. So 7, right?
7, okay.
Yeah. This is fun. You seriously trying to knock me into the pit?
Yeah, he's
That
trying to
would be,
push you. He's trying to push you into the pit.
yeah,
Yeah.
that would be a
Um,
reasonable move for sure. Like I could, again. So here we go.
all right, so it's 7, and his THAC0 is what? He is a THAC0 of 17. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna roll this to see how it goes. I don't think that would do it. A 7 isn't going to hit. So
All right,
instead, I think what it ends up being, it says, is it becomes if the attack misses, then the shove fails. So you can't shove someone if the attack misses. Okay, so target, yeah, basically he's trying to shove you though, and he just unfortunately does not, for him, get a
I
hold of you.
resisted. Yeah, resisted.
Yep,
Okay, cool.
you did resist. So it is now everybody's turn to roll initiative. I'll add you guys. Hopefully it's adding them. There we go. Okay. Oh, there we go. 9. All right. Nod. All right. There's not that many of you in the turn order. All right. So I think first is I'll go with the heroes first. So Nod could go first.
Oh, he is going to attack back at the one that attacked him. I see a 4,
Okay. That will hit.
a small medium, correct?
All right. Dang, that's a solid slice. All right. You definitely get a good chunk of this thing as you gash him with the bloodthirster for quite a bit of damage. All right, and then I think if there's nothing else, it's their turn. So he will, I think, what will he do here? That is a powerful little move you made. He's going to step this way to this side of you as well, and he's going to return attack here on you, though. So this is AC 4.
A C4 is a hit.
Okay. So he does slice you once with his short sword, this time getting you back a little bit for not getting you back for nearly as much as you can get him though. He does 4 damage. And the other one now is once again trying to, I think, let's see, have you not, oh, okay, we re-rolled. So this one's going to try to grab again towards and push Saharn. And it's just going to be an attack roll versus your. Oh, wow. Okay, he's not doing well trying to push at you. So it's Saharn's turn.
Um, so he's right up on me. Can I step back, create some distance, and attempt to use my spear?
Okay.
And I'm assuming it's this guy up top that's actually
This one here.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now my question is, when I step back, oh, that's the guy attacking me.
This one here was trying to shove you. This one over
That
here
guy.
was attacking Nod.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought he was attacking Bart and had his back to me. All right. I am just going to try to stab him with my spear.
Okay. All right.
Spear, one-handed. Here we go.
All right. So AC 5 will not hit this thing.
Terrible. Okay.
Just misses by 1.
Oh, okay.
Bart, your
Yeah.
turn.
All right, so Bart's swinging the mace that he's pulled out. Nope,
All right.
poorly. He's swinging it
Which
poorly.
one were you swinging at? The left or the right?
Oh, sorry, the one on the left here. I
Okay.
saw
Okay. Gotcha.
Saharn in
No problem.
some danger. Yep.
All right. Nod. In the heat of battle.
Bart?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're
Or
next. I think Bart went. Yeah.
okay.
He missed
Hit
it.
this guy in the
I
back,
see. Yeah,
man.
no, I'm just making sure. Yeah, no, I'm don't know about the back attacks, but yeah, I'm definitely going to continue aiming for this one. And
But Bart could hit one in the back. That guy's focused on
That
me.
is a solid slice. Wow. Yeah, you do another great gash to this one. He's looking pretty rugged now from that shot.
and I'll step here and try to get this guy's attention a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe intimidate him a little bit with my presence now. You can't look at him while I'm here.
All right.
Shoot, I'll even
Okay. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think it would definitely take note that you're not happy with them for sure. That would be something that would affect them here. All right, so I think we're back to them. Is that where we're at? I think we're done with that round. So if that's the case, so let's have you all again roll a wisdom check as you hear something, and I'll give you more information depending on how you roll here. Yeah, you hear something on this far, like behind you, Saharn, and it makes sense you would be the one that didn't see this because it's on this north wall up here. You see another figure by the top of the chain. He's like standing by the
Yeah.
top of the chain on the far side. So,
Oh, yeah. He's basically right. My back's turned to him.
yeah. So just the dice just know this stuff and they knew it. So the rest of you though do glimpse
All
this
right.
thing and it is grabbing towards the chain. So the others, these two that are left down here, this one is really in bad shape and it is going to try to run away.
do I get to attack him as he's running?
Sure.
Opportunity
Yeah, I'll
attack?
let you get one opportunity attack on him as he peels off. Oh,
Just getting
yeah,
better
I
and
don't think
better.
he's gonna make it far. It's the least amount of damage you can do, and it definitely kills him. All right, so he actually does not make it very far. I'm gonna say though, he like got one step and falls forward like over here. There we go. So he's kind of like laying over by the edge of the thing. And then this other one is still in the midst of battle. It is going to try to push our friend Saharn towards the hole. And
Is there no token right there?
where?
The double.
I don't see one.
Oh, I see a double token.
Do
One
you
on top
see
of
do you
another.
see yellow on top of any tokens right now?
Nope.
Does anyone see yellow on top of any tokens right now? No. Oh,
No,
okay.
no.
I guess I
It's
shouldn't
Okay.
see him.
sometimes it's the jump gate. It sometimes has graphical glitches.
Okay.
Oh, see, that's the one that confused me at the beginning opening of combat. I thought that there's nothing there was pushing me into the.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, on my screen
I see a token right here.
there's a
I
dead
say
to
if you
mine.
refresh, sometimes it
You
fixes the
might need to
problem.
refresh because I don't. Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't have any other layers on this map to
This
move.
guy's trying to shove me again.
He is trying to shove you. So this roll will
Damn
be.
it.
God, he did. He's rolled to attack you a 5, 6, and 7 or something like that.
Yep.
So he's missed you 3 times in a row. He's persistently trying though, which might
I
have you
am
thinking.
so lucky, man, because I have a feeling if I fell down this hole, that'd be it. I'd die again
Yeah, it could
right
be.
here. Not that I care. It'll be fun.
See where that
I'll,
bottom of
I'll,
that chain leads to though, before it's all
right?
over.
What was that Druid Ranger idea I had? That would be awesome. I'm ready to go with that.
It's your turn though. You don't have to give up here.
No, I'm not. I
Okay.
am shifting combat. I'm trying to turn the tables on this guy. And hopefully this web behind here is not indicative of danger, just merely a graphic on the map. But because I'm totally ignoring that, and if this guy hopefully will continue to come after me, I can put myself in a position to knock his butt down the hole. That's my plan.
You can try to grab him now if you want, and if you just want to try to grab him with an attack roll,
No,
then
I want to shove him with my spear tip and back him up into the hole.
okay, then you can just you could try to make an attack to do that here. You don't have to wait for him to move. You could try to do that now. You definitely would have to hit him with a hard hit to move him all that distance here, but at least you could move him in that direction.
Maybe a cold
So
shot.
I
I
would
think
just
it's like
I would just make a
-4.
regular attack roll with your spear here, and we'll minus. I guess it would be, since it's a called shot. Is that 3?
I think it's 4.
4.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just put -4 into the modifier field and roll that way.
And look at that, you nailed him.
Would you roll a
So
19? Yeah.
okay, so now that you've hit him, it is going to be a strength on strength situation to see if you're able to push him far enough.
This is
Footing,
going to take a prayer.
the footing is not work good for him, I can tell you that. He definitely has a terrain modifier here.
Yep. So I'm just tempting to just spear ram him and shove him right off, that bastard.
Yeah,
But I only
yep.
have a strength of 9.
Okay, your
So
strength is 9, and this
I better
guy's
roll.
strength is, what is his? It's 13. No, it's just, yeah, it's just 13. So it's a matter if
Well,
he
I need.
beats theirs by more
Yeah, I
that
need to roll a
matters.
1.
Do you want me to
Straight
roll
up.
Or he did,
first? Do you
or
want me to roll first or second for the? And I'll
he
show it.
needs to
I'll
roll
roll it
high.
if you want. Do you want to
Well, we
know
got
what
fortune
that you
too.
have to beat, or do you want them to try to beat you?
No, I'll roll now, and then
Okay.
we do have a fortune. Let's see if see how. Oh my god, I totally blew it. Whatever, my numbers haven't
By
Oh,
come
one.
up.
you
Let's
failed by
see
1.
what he does and see if you beat the fortune. Because
You-
if he rolls a 20, then you win by 6 or something like that.
that could happen by
Yeah.
default.
All right. So his roll is d20, and he's trying to go against a 13. He failed by 3,
I think
and
he
I
succeeds by 3.
yeah. Yeah, he fails by 3 and you fail by 1. I'm gonna say that you push him back a little bit. He gets close to this edge as you both slide together that direction.
All right, I like that result. He's in position for next time.
All right,
I believe my turn is over.
Bart.
Can Bart grab hold and help Saharn push on the spear on his turn?
Yeah, right now, Bart, or right now, Saharn, I'm gonna move you a
Or
little closer. You guys are tied up together here. You could try to
okay.
join in with what Bart is or with what Saharn is doing. Yeah, you could
What an
definitely
idea,
step in
brother!
there.
Kick him in the chest. You can finish him while I'm distracted with the
Or
shove.
yeah, I mean
Yeah,
Just
if
come in.
he's in
yeah,
a bad
if there's
spot
not
right now
an
because he's grappled.
yeah,
He's on bad terrain and he's going downhill.
sure.
Lyra.
If he's grappled, I mean, probably just go up and hit him with the mace, trying to knock him back
You
again.
could
Then
do
that'll be
that.
a
You could just
better
smack him on the head with the
yeah.
mace and
There you
he'd,
go.
If
he'd
he's
let go of the.
if he's grappled, does he have some kind of mobility negative to
Yeah,
his
he's got a
strength or that?
-2 here.
Okay, so I can add a
You just take it
+2.
with your roll. Yeah, take that 2 with your
Yeah.
roll. Damn.
Okay.
There you go, guys. You pulled out the rolls
Smash,
when you
and
needed them.
then
Magnificent.
All right. Yeah, you smack him. And I'm gonna assume here too that you're really trying to
2.
knock him backwards, so that we're gonna do the similar roll here to
Yeah.
see if he's able to succumb
All
to
right.
your strength or not. So I'm gonna roll his quickly if I can. And
Oof.
he passed by 3 on his, so no, he does not go
All right.
backward, but he took a little blunt damage there to the face from the mace. All right. Oops. Okay. All right. Nod is next.
It appears my priest companions have managed to nearly knock this guy in, so I think I'm going to sheath the sword and go for the darts on the one that's off in the distance.
Okay. All right. That will be 3 hits.
Are you
Small, medium,
kidding?
small, medium, small, medium.
Wow. Damn. All right. This guy drops into the pit, forward into the pit. As the last dart hits him, he falls forward. He was holding the chain and looked like he was trying to do something with the chain as you hit him. And he lets go of the chain and like slumps over and falls basically beside the chain all the way down out of your vision to where it just gets darker and darker. But he looks to be out of the situation. Very nice. All right. Back to the other one who's standing by the edge, who's still alive. He is not in good shape here. Let's see, where's he at? Man, he is not in good shape. Okay, he's going to, as you're holding this spear on one side, Saharn, and you're like both pushing back and forth on it, he just has this real evil look in his eye as he decides to try to grab you and pull you off the edge with him.
You bastard.
So he's going to try to grab you first with this and
Excellent
then see
move,
if he can
Jamie.
pull you over.
Oh, you are. I don't know if I love or hate you as a DM right now. It's both.
See,
it's
now,
both.
In this case, he's a 17, so he would hit AC 8, which is not a hit. He's able to grab you, but he's trying to do that. He looks willing to die for this moment, is what you get from his maniacal look. But it is your turn, sir.
I am going to try to
I
half
cannot
step
believe how many
back
you've dodged.
out of his grasp. I know, it's
I
pretty
really
lucky,
can't
man.
believe.
You've been trying to, I think you've been trying to murder me.
Flat out.
You've been
Flat no.
trying to get me over this edge. Yes. And I'm just going to thrust again forward with my spear, go for an attack. And if I connect, to push him back with all my might, which is not much of a 9 strength, but let's see if this goes first. Armor class
He's
5.
actually got a
No.
negative because of the terrain, so that will be a hit.
Excellent.
Yeah. In this case, go ahead and do your strength check as well. He's looking pretty beat up though too. He's starting to look.
All right. I'll
You
do a
can roll the
damage because
but
I have to swap pages to do that. That's the damage. I rolled a 1.
okay.
Strength check.
Something. Really, this is
Roll
the more
1.
important
Roll a
part.
1. Roll a 1. Oh, 5.
Okay, so for
Made it by 4.
him, he's a 13.
Ooh.
Oh, all right. All right.
You
I
damn it.
think that our CL finally overpowered the Duergar and pushed him backward over the slippery edge of the pit. Do you say anything as you shove him over the edge here, Saharn?
Goodbye, you bastard.
He'll be like looking up at you, just falling, and eventually just fall out of sight.
He tried to kill me, man.
He did. He absolutely did. He absolutely did.
That was excellent.
Oh, that was excellent. I do not know how you dodged all of that, to be quite honest with you. That's crazy.
But we didn't have to use any fortune,
I think you
right?
used a couple early. I think there were a couple uses
Did we?
like early on, maybe, right? Wasn't there one? Brandon used one, right?
Sure,
For
yeah,
the
yeah,
savings
that's
throw.
fine.
There
Yeah.
was a savings
Okay.
throw versus the Medusa, I believe, or something
Oh,
back
okay,
there.
okay.
It was
So that's cool.
a fine use for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so here, I know we only have a few minutes left. I think I want to be short because I think Brandon has work and others probably have work tomorrow.
Oh no, I'm fine tonight.
Are you?
I'm off tomorrow.
Okay.
Yep, I requested off tomorrow.
Is everyone
so.
else good to continue for a little longer then?
It's up to you. I have work tomorrow, but if you have a natural
No,
stopping
I
point,
don't. I
fine.
think I'm fair to proceed. I don't want to limit you guys on your. I just wanted to be cognizant of the work schedules and stuff.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
volunteered for my pain tomorrow. It's my fault I'm working.
We shall proceed, friends. We shall proceed. Yeah, you guys are standing now out of combat, finally, with this wind gust blowing from the bottom of the pit. And oddly enough, it takes a little while, but suddenly you hear an echo. One, and then a few moments later, another booming sound that echoes from the bottom of the pit. Given the distance or the time it took, I'll let you guys roll intelligence checks to see if your characters are able to guesstimate a depth of the said pit.
I'll say, yeah, at some point, Nada was going to take the things off of this Duergar and then kick him down the pit as well. So we'll get a
All right,
better
so you have a
second guess of
yeah.
time.
This is your like real test. Okay.
I was gonna say I'm also just gonna be casually looking around, like where do these things come from, and I obviously missed my intelligence check. I'm really not wondering about that. Distracted.
So in this
Yeah.
case, I think the estimate between Nod and Bart will be, and Sahar wouldn't be terribly far off.
Right, I only missed it by one.
Yeah. So you're not giving them bad information that would skew the group's average here, but it is. Let's see, 1 second. It probably feels like it might be several thousand feet, somewhere between maybe 4,000 and 5,000 feet deep.
Did you try to push me off that?
He tried to push you off that. You pushed him off too. They tried to.
That
They
is,
did try to surprise you guys. These were
I
the
love it.
guards, and they were supposed to do their job, and they failed. That is crazy that he missed you that many times. It really is.
You're not pulling any punches at DM either. That was like intelligent play. That's what he would do.
I
He
think
could have hit me the first time, the first round. I could have been dead.
yeah, yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Mr. DM.
Thank you, thank you for living.
I feel blessed.
This other one's gone now, so it feels like it might be like maybe somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000 feet deep.
Do we see anything around us, like an opening? Like where did are they just hiding in here? And where
This
could they
close
have
to a
come from?
mile.
You could walk, yeah, and there's a chain on the wall on the far side. The only real thing is there's a giant ring attached to this boulder up here and this large chain link that descends into the darkness.
Is that an opening?
You could conceivably, as you look at the edges of
Let's assume I picked up my stone.
yeah, I think from the looking at the edge of the pit and seeing the glassy surface of it, you just can't conceive of climbing it otherwise without something. It seems pretty not there's enough handholds that anyone could really go straight up and down this, let alone the endurance to climb or descend that far.
The
So
Minotaur
why
can do it. Then not on a solo trip 1,000 feet down. Scouting force, bro.
Yeah, I'll be back in the morning.
I love the fact that Tornuk's in the bag too right now. That Tornuk's in the bag. That's so good.
It is.
Was there anything useful on the Duergar
Yeah, actually,
before we threw
they
him down
have
the
a
hole?
short sword and a a hand crossbow. The other ones you didn't get a chance to get anything off of. This one is also wearing a dwarven. It's like a Duergar leather, different than normal leather, a little bit better, like harder than regular leather. So it's definitely gives you the authenticity that this Duergar comes from directly from the Underdark, and this pit starts to make you feel like without having to traverse maybe as many places, this thing takes you to the deeper parts of the Underdark.
Yeah, good as place as any to camp, guys.
can we think about dislodging this chain before we camp?
I was considering pushing the boulder down the hole, but what if we need this? Then we're
For the
hindering
plank?
ourselves later.
Potentially. I'm not sure how
Um,
we can use a 5,000-foot chain though. That's not going to be
right. I know.
useful
I'm
for
with you.
most of us. Yeah, it's the other
It's
option I thought is if this is still stone, Jamie, if we could seal ourselves into this area with my last spell, considering you saved its use by smashing our way in here. As far as for a place to recoup.
Yeah, so it'd be better to rest here and then maybe decide on how we'd like to proceed, because again, we have the tower to venture. I was thinking it's not terrible. There's only two entrances. Maybe we can hold up in the back here, something like that, so we can watch the chain and the entrance at the same time. If you Nod's wearing the ring of sustenance, so he only needs X amount of sleep. So I think it's only 2 hours, and I'll double check that. But technically, you both can have an hour a watch, and then Nod could take the rest.
You don't want to use stone shape to create a little, like this alcove here looks like we could.
You could make a little safe haven, make a wall or something
Yeah,
on the
like
outside,
set up, if I use
clear
my
it out.
last spell to create a stone wall across here, we could have potentially a quiet, safe place where I think I could make crude designs in it. It's not, what does it say? Like when I'm shaping the stone, it's not any finesse to it, but we
Bart,
could leave
let me give you
air gaps and a
let
way
me
to
have
look
you
out.
make a
Yeah,
wisdom check. I'm sorry.
sure.
2 hours of sleep per day. So yeah, if you watch the first 2 hours between you two, and then I could watch the rest.
Right.
So Bart, you notice as you're looking in that alcove and trying to plan out a safe spot, that web that is in here has some pretty large sacks on it, and unfortunately not sacks of treasure, but spiders' eggs specifically
Mm.
is what, as you kind of look more closely at inhabiting the space and you see these webs along the sides, you notice that there are about half a dozen in this little alcove.
Oh boy.
Do we burn them and find a different spot to sleep? Do we sleep and not bother them? Sleep is important.
Yeah. Because this, out of all the alcoves in this room, I think this one looks like it's got the most space in it. But we need to clean this out first somehow. Hopefully without
Not has torches. We could light a torch and hopefully just burn the eggs in the web. But
just cook them. Yeah. Assuming that there's maybe the same thing by the other webs that we can see around the room too.
Yeah, I'm going to let you guys look around the room a little bit, and you can observe that each of the webbed areas have several in them. Not all have as many as the other, but each of them do have several of these. I'll put a few of them around now that you're kind of invested.
As we find these webs, the Harn's gonna move over and, in fear, just watch down the hole.
that's what I mean. If you watch the first hour, Bart watches the second hour, I will watch the next 6, and then we just keep to ourselves, be quiet, and get a good night's rest. And
Hopefully, you're torching the eggs.
are we torching them before we sleep?
I still think we should seal ourselves in. I'm skeptical if we get
What
interrupted
if we
from
need to
night.
escape? Yeah, what if something comes from the
Yeah.
whole big spider? That's what I'm worried about.
What if the eggs hatch?
Right. There's a bunch of what
Yeah.
ifs. That's what I mean. If we don't touch anything, we're less likely to cause harm, at least, or encounters. We can
We've
sleep and
already,
then perhaps at least come at it a little bit more refreshed and better prepared. I'm not saying we don't torch them. We probably torch them before we leave, and then probably upset whatever laid them, and then
There's this tiny little hole right here we could curl up in.
yeah, we want to find a spot that we can watch both the thing and the entrance. Essentially, this alcove is not the worst idea.
It's one
That
little
one,
Because
opening.
again,
that one's open on two sides, so I don't know if your stone spell will help you as much there. I think what he was trying to do was find something only open to
yeah,
one side.
Oh, that's open on two sides. Okay.
I mean, he could stone
yeah,
spell this side technically, and then we have just one side to watch. Oh, there's eggs in there.
yeah.
Yep.
There's eggs in all of them. I guess what I was trying to say is if we use the stone spell to seal off one of these alcoves with room to basically hide and rest inside of it,
Give me your prayer, brother.
I'm a little bit leery about trying to rest out in the open, I guess, especially after we kick the dwarves down the hole, and
Get something for the big spider to eat. Now he
Yeah.
has 5,000 feet to climb up, so now's the time to rest. I give him a meal. If we don't disturb the eggs, it's hard for them to interact, unless it's just that time. But what's the likelihood in that? Hindsight 2020.
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, my vote's on we rest here and try to recover a bit before we try to piss something off, like burning the eggs.
I'll
And
point out this little tight spot over here is probably the only one that you might be able to connect with your spell area, Bart, and have some type of sealed off space if that's what you're without having to disrupt egg sacs. That's the one
I
place where you
mean,
feel like we could squeeze in there, guys, and we'll be a little tight, but we'll be sealed off, is what I'm getting at. With the fact
okay.
you've looked all around the room, that's where you settle on as being with, unless you guys want to clear a spot, there are better spots where there'd be more space.
Nod's kind of fixated on this spot. He thinks this is the better position. We can watch down the tunnel. We can watch the rope, make sure nothing's coming up the chain or the big hole. And then we're still close to the exit if we need to.
All right. If nothing else, I guess Bart would discuss with Nod how to make it good, like blind using the stone shape, so that the person watching can observe from a sheltered place where he can't be seen, or at least not seen as well.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. And I think for everyone that wants to try to conceal themselves, you can make a check to do that, or you can aid one another to do that. And
Yeah, Nod will maybe if we do this, but leave space for passage down here. So it looks like the wall is closed, but we can still step through. And then we can leave like a small little slit here or there on it.
Yeah. Yep.
Here, we'll
So
maybe
yeah,
mark it
Bart
with a little slit here or there. That way you can look through. And
sounds
again,
great.
we can always step through around through the backside. It's just enough to essentially make it so if you're walking in, you're going to see this wall and be like, okay, look, that's another wall. But
All right. So Bart's using his last.
he's describing it to you, and like he has some experience with putting things together and how they should fit, and
Yeah.
like
Okay.
the slot holes right here. Maybe we can shoot this hand crossbow at him if we really need to. And
I could also lay traps, a glyph on the floor in front of it.
Mm.
yeah, and speaking of traps, Nod could come over here and attempt to set a trap. He is not very good. Yeah. He
He
kind of
tried.
awkwardly tries to set up a trap. We
You
have
think
portions. Why not? Why not?
he does set one up? He just doesn't realize it's not going to work.
So you didn't use one before. We used one earlier. Here's another one. So we got one left.
Are we
Try to.
camping in this
Okay.
spot here then? Is that our plan? To camp here?
Yes. If you look at this little pretty pink wall, essentially, the
Yeah.
little black holes are the slits that we can look through. And again, it's set up so you can, whenever you walk in, it appears to be another stone wall right here. It might look slightly different because of the shape of the stone, but we'll have some protection at least, some
We're
cover.
all gonna cramp into this spot, the three of us.
One person will be looking at the hole, the other two can curl
Right.
up together and
Killers.
cuddle. Nod has one large blanket. I don't know what you have. It's probably a wet large blanket at this point.
We can
And
set up a
soggy. Yep.
glyph of warding
A winter
onto the
blanket, excuse me.
floor that should go off as a fire trap if anything comes
Mhm.
across it. I still have
Okay.
third level spells. That's about it. A couple anyway.
Yeah, you go for it. I've spent all mine building the stone structure. If you want to set up a glyph, especially maybe on the other end of this opening,
Yeah,
Where do you
that would
think?
not be the worst idea.
Right
back
there.
here.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I
Yep.
was thinking.
Just pointing it
Yeah,
out to us all, and yeah.
right.
Now we have a little protection thing.
Yeah, basically across this area.
okay.
Can
All right.
easily just cover that over. Anything that would step in there should set it off.
And
Except
maybe
for us, who would know the password, so to speak.
password.
Yeah, you can bypass it, but
Yeah, but no, if one of you takes the first watch, like the first hour, one of you can take the second watch, and the Nod could watch for the rest of the time.
Okay,
I'll take first watch.
that's good. I'll do
Okay.
second then.
All right.
We set up camp.
No fires. It'll be a little chilly tonight, but this winter blanket might help.
Yeah, you'll have to find other ways to stay warm tonight because it is cold with the cool air that's blowing from the hole. It's otherwise it's still through the beginning of the night, through the first and second watch, nothing particular catches your attention that causes you to wake the others. But on the last watch, who was the last watch again?
Nod was watching through pretty much the rest of the night.
Okay. All right. Yeah, not during your watch, you hear like a low rumble type of sound and start to notice some tremors in the ground where your feet are vibrating slightly as
Is
you're
it like
standing.
stone on stone rumbling that I'm hearing?
Not exactly. Not exactly. Something different than that.
Huh. Maybe Nod will take a staring out. He doesn't see anything, right?
Nope, just darkness right now.
Okay, yeah, no. He'll maybe be brave enough to take a few steps forward and gander down the hole. Look at the chain and everything, making sure everything's still not moving or motionless down there.
Yeah, right now the chain is not it is vibrating a little bit to where it's like jingling against the stone and making like that vibration is enough that it's adding to the noise, but the noise that you're hearing sounds like it's coming from deeper in the pit. The
Yeah,
vibration. Yeah.
that's what I figured. I don't see any light down there, do I?
No.
Okay. So that's a little bit more comforting. Nod's going to pretend like he doesn't hear anything and everything's okay,
All right. And
and just curl up and into a fetal position and make sure the world's not ending.
all right. Then you guys can awaken and give me 60 seconds. I'll be right back and you can plan what you're going to do next, but I'll be right back.
Yep.
We are rejuvenated finally after 3 sessions.
Yeah, maybe you'll wake up and see Nod in a fetal position as
No,
hey, there was some weird stuff last night, guys. I figured I'd let you sleep, but man, the ground started shaking, the chain started rattling. I thought something was coming up, but nothing was. But man, it was pretty sketchy. I don't know what happened. Something happened.
I'm afraid of driders, my friend.
You think a horde of driders is now below us? Oh, it came from down the pit. Whatever the noise was down the hole.
We did pass through the room of the Temple of Lolth and into the Underdark, and we fought a drider up above in that room.
Yeah,
And
you're not
where we have
wrong.
egg stacks, and we could be in trouble. Where do we go from here? Down that chain? Where else is there to go? Is there any secret passages?
That
Secret
is the
home for the
question. There's options. Do we aim for the ship? It's a new day. Maybe the ship is still there. Maybe enemies have come. We could search for them. There's always down the pit. There's the tower. Yeah, so I think it's the ships, the pit, or the tower. Essentially, it's again the three decisions that we have.
As you pointed out yesterday, I think that ship, you're right, it's a death trap. We can't really
I
take that over.
I think we can. It's just strategically. We can't board the vessel. We have to lure them to us. We can't take the whole crew on their ship. We have to bring them out.
How big is the crew?
That's the question. We didn't get any useful information out of the one. Maybe more have joined and there's more that we could deal with, and that's less numbers.
I think you had sailing. I think you'd already done a
I did.
check. Yeah, and the most that you, even Sahuagin, probably the most Sahuagin that you could get onto the size ship that you saw would be somewhere between 20 and 25. That would be the most you could imagine would be able to fit on there. And you killed four of them. So
Yeah.
brings you down a couple, but that's maybe you're thinking there's 20 at maximum. But again, if they're depending on their cargo and what that was all about, I think that's the other part of this. But yeah, so as you guys are waking up and deciding on what your day is going to be, is there anything else that you're curious about here? As the vibration starts to now grow and you feel as if it's becoming more and more noticeable with the chain rattling as well.
I don't know if we want to continue to be here, guys. With all the rocks around, I think this was maybe some kind of volcano, and too much longer is going to be bad for us. Maybe do you want to patch us up a little bit before we move back to the tower?
Yeah. Did we get enough rest or decent rest to gain like a hit point back
Yes,
overnight?
you did. You
Okay.
got enough rest. Yes, you get your hit point back, you get your spell restoration back. Not the most comfortable place, but you found a corner to hide in for most of the time. But yeah, here you are this morning, and you definitely feel like there's something that we'll be visiting here today. To give it to Nod's point. So if you're wanting to wait around to see what visits, that's one choice, and then there's probably others that you discussed before I came back.
Good enough. Jamie, my token has become stuck. I cannot.
Oh, I see you. I see you. I got you. 1 second.
Sorry.
It also has that vision. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. So what do you think, guys?
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think we can stay here.
No, I think you should touch us up, maybe make us a little bit healthier, and we'll move back towards the tower and investigate, see if the Sahuagin have come forth.
Sure. Can toss out some cure lights for you.
Oh, that's quite nice.
You want 2 of them?
Oh, I think that
49 for the
does
second.
me pretty. No, I think the second one does me pretty nicely. That gets me
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 1 from full. So looking pretty a lot better.
Perfect. All right.
It's been some time since I've been this full, this healthy.
Wonder how our friend Tornak's doing.
He's
As far as he knows,
he's
yeah, time
Peacefully.
stopped. Time stopped for Tornuk. Maybe he's visiting the Jinn in another plane right now. Who knows? But he has no say in any of
What,
this.
what
Do you
about you,
think maybe
Sahar? You look a little beat up. Do you want to fix a couple of those wounds before we move forward?
I could cast a spell on myself? I'm only down 13 points.
Didn't we have scrolls as well? Have we
We
used
do have
all of those?
some. I've got some powder left and 5 cure light scrolls.
Yeah,
I
see, I
don't
thought we
have
had a
that.
few. I thought I
But
gave you both 5 cure light scrolls, unless you have used them all. Because there was a time we visited a temple. I bought 10. I gave 5 to both of you.
did you give 5 to both of us?
I want to say I did, yeah. That's why
Strange.
I'm so curious.
I
I
do not have that written on my character sheet.
That was back at the temple when we were in Pro Camper.
Oh, that
I
was a
think
long
you're
time ago. Yeah.
correct.
Right, yeah, this was back in Pro Camper when we were
Oh,
turning in and the crown and trying to bring a Mythor back, and I bought the scroll of stone to flesh and like a bunch of Lapri scrolls.
you know, we may have used those. I have things erased off
Mhm.
here. I can't
You
tell.
may have used them, and that's fine.
Yeah,
It's very
it has been a
possible.
while. We may have. I'm just saying we must have. I must have used them over time.
Okay, that makes sense.
Well, it is about time,
Well,
unfortunately.
yeah, we're coming up on it. What are your all's thoughts here then? You've reached you've figured some things out, I think, and maybe it's just hard for you to make a decision on what course the whole party wants to take. It's just the 3 of you, but it's maybe
I
process of
think
elimination
I think
is
yeah,
more
we're
what you're
forced to go
doing.
towards the tower. I think it's yeah, at this point it's either do the tower or commandeer the boat, which both is not a bad idea. Commandeering the boat will help us deal with the tower.
One thing is you haven't checked on the boat, so you don't know really
Right.
status of it either, given the fact you
Our dinghy
rested.
might be gone.
Yeah.
But I'm going to cast a cure light on myself. and call it good.
Okay.
Hopefully, do. How did I do? Wow, not well.
Not the best.
Wait, fortune. Since we're done,
Yeah, we got one more. Do it.
yeah, why not?
Roll higher.
Whoa,
That's
I
right.
doubled it. That works.
Well done.
So
There you go.
So where would the three of
Hmm.
you feel comfortable then taking the party, given the fact that this chain is rattling and something is going to come from the deep? It's not going to be a great stopping point for you.
Oh,
Would
yeah, I
say
know.
we could. I doubt you would feel comfortable stopping here. Is my point, because you're essentially putting yourself right into the lion's den, so to speak, for the beginning of next session. So what would the group be thinking here in the moment says that you wake in, you're rested, you replenish, you heal, something's coming? Is your thoughts to wait it out and see what it is and decide after that, or do you want to backtrack and find a safer haven for when we play next? I just want to get your thoughts.
I vote we leave.
Towards the tower, yeah.
Go back towards the tower then. Okay. All right. So you
Yep.
can begin to make your way out that way in the morning through the, again, this time you're going uphill and it is a little bit slippery, so it takes a little time to get yourself and your footing right, but you are able to make your way back up to the main level, which was the room of the temple, basically. That was this room, actually.
And
Is
there's
where
still
you're at
bodies.
now. So, where would you like to head from here? As you pass back through and are continuing to feel the eyes of the of Loth upon you.
Are there still bodies either in this room or the next one?
Yeah, there are still bodies in here. I did delete the one off the map, but they are
No
still
one's,
there. Or as you
no one
left them, I should
cleans
say.
up. Curious. They just let the dead rot on the floors. What do you guys think?
We should check
Both
and see if the
outside?
boat or dinghy is there, yeah.
Yep.
All right. So you guys are going to head back through the tower, all around to the where the dock was, or because
Out the front door?
that's where the dinghy was.
Yeah.
So you guys can head out that way. That's down. If you head, you would go. Yeah, follow Nod through here. He knows the way. Nod will show you the way.
Knock knock.
Yes, and you make your way through here. It looks the same as you left it for the moment, and you do make your way out. You can even see when you get out here that there's a blood splatter of where the Sahuagin was that was killed with one of the darts, I believe. And then you look over, and we're gonna make a roll to see if your dinghy is still there. I'm gonna give you guys. I'll roll this out loud. I'm gonna give you guys a. I'm gonna say a 75% chance that it is there. So anything 76 or above it's gone. It is gone.
Oh, I'm at ship gone too.
The ship is no longer in sight. No,
We're
it is.
alone.
Let me have you
Good thing to our
guys.
next stone.
Yeah, let me have you guys do wisdom checks here.
Heard the DM mention something about a portal that might take us back to where we started. Or
Yeah, I think as you look back over towards the direction of where the island where that you came from with the portal is, when you look over in that direction, it looks like it's more exposed now, like the water level has come down a little bit. And so that it might be a little easier to cross if you were to try to go back down to the rocks and climb across it back to the portal that you came through. So whether or not the portal still works or is still there, you don't know, but it does look safer as far as getting back and crossing it. But getting back and crossing it from here is either going through the water or going back into the tower and down to the level that you came in.
How far through the water is it? Are you talking about swimming or wading? Swimming?
For you, it would not be that difficult. It would be, this would, yeah, you might be, you would be comfortable swimming it.
How far across? Easy?
From where you're at, you kind of have to backtrack a little bit. I'd say it's maybe 200 feet.
I'm trying to figure out what's easier for the group and what's a
200
real
feet of
world
swimming,
situation. Yeah,
or
I could
going down a
assist.
level and then out through the rock entrance.
So I could assist them one at a time if need be. But you guys want to walk down around?
What do you guys think? You want to go through the waterway, or do you want to
Mm,
go down the way you came? That's really what it boils down to.
Yep.
If you want to check Saharn, you can, but I think if we're gonna stay as a group, we should go down the other way.
Okay, let's do that.
yeah.
All right. So you all can descend the stairs. When you get back to
As
the staircase, go ahead and roll a wisdom check.
See, is there a light down there? Is my dart still down there at the bottom?
Yeah, it is. And I was gonna say, as you start down the stairs and you come across the dart, Bart and Saharn, you guys both hear noise from the top of the staircase,
Behind us?
like above you, in something coming down the stairs,
Which is
potentially.
what we're doing as well, going. Are we going
We're going
upstairs?
down. You're going down as
Yeah,
well.
we are going down. Yeah, so behind us.
I think that means we move faster, right?
Yeah, let's hurry.
Okay. All right, so you guys can make your way then down to the basement level, which was this one. And I'm just trying to
Oh,
remember, this was where you all had.
There's like a small
I
pathway
don't
right
think I
here
have
through the
everybody.
blue.
Let me clear
yeah.
these. Yeah, that's right. So it was through this. Here we go. Now I've got. You came through this staircase here. There was a narrow area where the stone spell didn't affect. You were able to squeeze through and then come around through the Madar library, as it were, to the entranceway, which was all the way around here to the front of the place. And I think as you come through here again, the one thing you do notice is that the you had moved a lot of things as you were down here, and it seems like it has cleaned itself up a little bit down here, as if something has been here. But other than that, nothing presents itself, and you make your way to the door and to the exterior of the tower, where you have to climb your way down through the rocks. So I think the way we did this before was affected by the weather, but in this case, if you all want to go ahead and just roll dex checks, we'll see how well you do this. I don't think you're going to take as much damage if you fail, but if you do fail, you may take some
I
damage.
was going to say, assuming a group check, but it's
We
now,
we all got the jitters.
I don't know. But
That's hard, yeah.
Yeah, the others are going to take a little bit of jagged rock damage, as you could slide and fall very easily on this stuff.
damn
And
it.
you'll each take 1 point of damage. I had to get that 1 point out of you. But
Yeah.
you do make your way over the last crop of rocks and down towards the pool of water that you remember from before when you came, and you see the pool in front of you. And I'm going to ask you guys to go ahead and roll wisdom checks here, as this final scene will wrap up here in just a minute with this. Okay.
Beautiful.
In the portal, as if there is a figure coming from the portal, as you are standing here contemplating your next move. Before you can really even decide, you see a figure emerge from the portal that is familiar to you. And it says in a familiar voice that I've been looking for you for some time. And you see the purple robed wizard emerge from the pool as you approach it. You've caused quite the stir, haven't you?
It's not my fault.
None whatsoever. Nope.
Whatever do you speak of?
Oh, you don't. I'll be honest, I'm quite surprised to see you're still alive. I did not think that you would be able to navigate the treacherous path that you have taken and return. Although you do look worse for wear. He'll kind of look you up and down. But we have a major problem. And I've come looking for you at the request of Eliana. And with that, he will motion, and from behind one of the rocks, you will see a woman emerge who looks familiar to you.
Close your eyes.
Right.
This woman walks out, and she has ghostly white looking hair. She is wearing, though, something that looks very familiar that would resonate with you. On her robes and on her garb, she has a very obvious decorative embroidery of Ogma. And you recognize her as being Eliana, who was one of the priests from the temple of Ogma that you visited in Procamper. And she turns to Baden and like bows down to him to as if to thank him for helping find you. And she turns to you all and says, "We have a problem. We have been looking for you for some time. It would seem that the crown that you gave to the temple has caused some evil to rear its head upon the city.
I knew it.
My master, Arvin, mistakenly studied it too closely, maybe became too familiar with its contents, and he was overcome by it. He immediately shut down the Temple of Ogma, cutting off all of the access to our knowledge. One by one, he cut off each of his apprentice mages, including myself, or apprentice clerics, including myself, and has become distant and withdrawn, however, still connected to the powers that be in Procamper. I fear what will become of the city if truly Veridis is behind this and is now controlling Arvin. That is my greatest fear. But the reason we have come to find you, and Baden will say, stop her for a moment and say, it took some convincing for them to trust me that you were trustworthy, given the actions that you took. But I explained to them that you were not acting yourselves, nor was I. And he says to you that the crown and my proximity to the crown caused my own actions to become out of my own control. So you can imagine when Arvin spent time studying it, how it betrayed his thoughts. And Veridis, it is his phylactery. And we should have destroyed it. We should have recognized this, but we did not. And now we fear that Procamper is perhaps lost to it if he gets his way. Our plan at this point is to find you and to backtrack towards where Veridis came from, so that we may perhaps learn more of what we could do to undermine his power. And
I'm
that's
afraid, yeah, we're stuck on that path. We have to help.
I feel we have much to discuss then, because there's more to this crown as a phylactery than perhaps.
But right now, she's asking for our urgent help to leave.
she is. She's asking you to leave this place and return to the Tower of Veridis.
Yep.
To
We have no choice, my
finish
friends. We have to help.
to learn more about the crown, unless you have
Right.
found other knowledge. And they would look at you like, because again, you haven't revealed to them what you've seen and where you've been. So they will pour this upon you and let you know what's happening to them, but given all you've seen and all you've done, they would be open to listening if there was something you'd
Mhm.
learned or another idea.
If we had some books hidden in the bag of holding we might not want to mention,
I think we have
maybe.
much to discuss with Baden, perhaps.
We have to go, bro.
Yep.
We can't say
But
no.
we can't stay here is the first order of business. Beyond
Also,
that, I think blindly following what they think is a good idea right now, we should discuss the knowledge we have with them
Mm-hmm.
first before we just go wandering off.
I think
Especially when it comes to the phylactery.
they would be like they would be open to having that conversation right here, right now with the whole group about anything that you think would change their thoughts on what the next action would be. So this would be a good place. Obviously, this is where
Yeah.
we'll pause the session. But this again, if you got anything else you want to add to the scene as we end, and again, we'll start the next session to give everybody a chance to ask more of this. I won't stick you guys into a decision here before the end of this. You've gone pretty far and stuck your neck into several things just being the three of you. So I commend you, all three of you, for doing that and taking on the risks and exploring the different directions that you've had. But I won't force you into deciding if you're going to go through the portal right now. We'll start the next session with that. But if they got an inkling that you had learned something beyond what was known as you were all in the Temple of Agma trying to rifle through the limited knowledge you had succumbed through the Sahuagin. Now you're right. You have texts in your bag of holding that are levels above what you previously knew. So what's in Melkor's tower, for example, and the things that you've seen
wait.
there are things they would have no knowledge of. So
We could trade that maybe for some healing potions.
yeah, Ileana would actually, given the look of all three of you, and she would be familiar with all three of you. I'll have to show you her other token at one point, and you'll probably remember what she did look like when you had met her originally. But she will heal all three of you, so you can max out your HP here from Ileana, who will bestow Ogma's powers to bring you back and restore your health.
You are blessed.
I think
Mhm.
3 HP is 3 HP, guys. I'll take it.
and they look relieved to see you too. So it's like they've been looking for you. And
It's all
Baden, I think, would level with you to say that it took all of my persuasive powers to convince them not to just arrest you flat out when you return. But I told them what I knew, and they believed it because I was able to prove that my own issues were connected to the crown and curses beyond our sight and vision. Fear not the welcome of Procamper for your deeds, but fear the welcome of Procamper before it is perhaps gone from the taint of the crown.
I think Bart needs to teach me his stone-shaped prayer, which would be somewhat unfamiliar too.
Hmm.
But in my limitations of power to learn and cast it, and maybe we could fix that wall for them if they haven't done so already.
It would be a fine
Plan.
deed that they would welcome, but I fear that they have bigger problems at the moment.
All
And
right.
we will talk more about
Yep.
what we know, how to offset what we have learned from our own observations, but this is a quest that will require more help and familiarity with Veridus than what we have. Finding you is a good sign that we may have a chance to counteract Veridus before he creates war in the region.
As long as we can cure our friends in time as well.
Indeed. You had many others with you before. I hope they are fine. But
The West marches. They'll be back.
or in the bag of holding. But yeah, this is a good place to stop. This is perfect. We'll pick up right here. This
Yeah.
is exactly where we'll bring everybody in, and that way everyone can be more familiar with what happened last session. This is a big moment deciding to go with them, and then they have a lot more to share with you. I don't want to dump that all on you and then end the session. So we'll start off next session with more of this conversation and give
All
you all
right.
a more chance to ask yours. So
That'd be great. To the watcher or two that we do have, thanks for being here.
yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And I think we're gonna try. Are you guys all good with Thursday?
I am. Yeah, if you want to go for next Thursday,
I'm
that works
I'm
for
good
you
with
guys.
either day, but it
Next week, Friday is better for me.
Friday's better. Okay, all right. I'll put it on for Friday next week. If is that okay for Saharn and or for Wayne and Adam?
I will
I
remain as
think,
flexible. Yeah.
yeah,
All right.
that should work all right.
All right, we'll see if we can get a couple more to join us. But thanks, guys, for playing. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
no,
DMing.
for sure.
I'm glad I didn't push you into the pit, Wayne. I'm glad I didn't.
You tried.
I did. I'm glad I
3
tried,
times.
though. I'm glad I tried.
Just
But
3.
I'm. All right,
Yeah.
guys. Take care. Have a nice weekend.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.